55. Geo Group is an equal opportunity employer.
You're invited June 15th in downtown Artesia, New Mexico to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Permian Basin's oil and gas industry, marked by the success of Illinois No. 3 well in 1924. Enjoy a day filled with a patriotic equipment parade, food trucks, water slides, live music, an oil field cook-off, snow cones, oil field Olympics, and more. For more information, visit artesiachamber.com or call 575-746-2744. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hi, I'm Laura Boyd of Rio Grace Landscaping and Garden Center in Lovington. Take some time to browse 5,000 square feet of plants, shrubs, and flowers. Shop for shade trees to beat the summer heat. And get your garden goods, fruit trees, herbs, companion plants, fertilizer, top and garden soil, plus organic compost. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday and on Sunday by appointment. Call us today at 575-396-7464. And come on down to 4 Crockett Road just north of Lovington on the Tatum Highway. Rio Grace, your garden and landscape professionals.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Hi, good morning. Southeast New Mexico going down to 285. There's temperatures in Roswell this afternoon at 94 degrees. Carlsbad, Artesia at 97 degrees this afternoon. And in Hobbs and Lovington in the lower 20s, a slight chance for thunderstorms with leftover moisture in southeastern portions of Lee County. 93 degrees for the Hobbs-Lovington area on Wednesday. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Erberts.
Your country plays on W105.
You guys ready?
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
And I want to make sure I get the quote exactly right.
You seem particularly triggered right now.
What day of the week is it?
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
What is that?
Best day of my life.
Taco Tuesday is nice.
Taco Tuesday.
Stop it! Stop it!
Taco Tuesday.
Stop it, stop it.
You're making me so hungry.
It's making me hungry.
Hungry for something new. Hungry for
a show. Come
on, everyone.
Let's go.
And good morning to you. 7 minutes after 6 p.m. The Breakfast Club. Question of the day this morning. Who's worked the longest at a job? How many years have you worked? And what was your shortest job? Shortest job. Tom, you ever went to business and decided that it wasn't going to work out? You left fairly quick?
Yeah. But one day as an oil field worker.
Wow.
That's pretty short.
Yeah, it's not very good. It was just too much work, right?
But I spent 15 years at the Big Spring station. Nobody does that no more.
You've got very soft hands.
Yeah.
Very, very soft hands. So, Lee County Fair coming up. If you shake Tom's hands, very, very soft hands. Very soft hands.
He'll put lotion on there beforehand for sure.
Yeah, I mean, one week in the oil patch was enough.
One day.
One day. Blake, longest and shortest job.
Wow, I've had multiple years at every job I've ever had. Actually, wow. I only did 6 years as an animal control officer, so I guess that was probably my shortest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, my shortest job was selling cars.
How many days? Weeks or what?
Like 2 days. I just figured out that, just waiting around, and then you had to fight. I mean, the game plan was, and I was a new guy, so they would basically, you would have to wrestle to get to the people that walked on the lot. It wasn't like a rotation.
Right.
It was actually like you had to wrestle people.
Oh, wow.
And I would rather be in front of people and not have to wrestle. I mean, I don't mind wrestling you.
Right.
But when there are like 4 other people that are blocking you, so one of the good guys that has been working there a long time gets all the business. No, that's not for me.
Right.
And it's just not fair. Yes, I'm turning that down. I don't know why it popped on. But one day, and the longest, wow. I'm trying to think the longest. Look, I've been a radio gypsy, so my jobs have not been that long. I mean,
Right.
I will go 5 to 6 years.
Right.
MTD, how many years MTD?
At least 5 already.
Yeah.
You came back from Arkansas.
Yeah, so probably my longest was in Roswell. And
We spent 6
no,
years
I worked for my dad longer than that, but yeah, but yeah, I mean, I've been a radio gypsy, so I didn't last long.
You know,
I always
actually,
found a better job and moved on.
I've had part-time jobs in the past, I guess. And I think about the shortest, actually, when we opened our comic store, our comic toy and game shop, we owned it for 3.5 years before we sold it. So I guess that would actually be the shortest for us.
Yeah. So we'd love to hear from you. By the way, text line 877-396-W105. Text being brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Find them at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day, longest and shortest job. Being brought to you by, question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. And if you are watching YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, and Twitch, you can sponsor that. You can. Get in touch with, I'll talk to you about business, or Will Rooney or somebody at the station to sponsor the, of course, the live broadcast, audio and video, which would be super cool.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, and by the way, you can get in touch with me, or get in touch with Will, get in touch with somebody about sponsoring. Yeah. All right, 611. I'll check the weather coming up in just a second. Keep you updated. Breaking news. Yeah, it came down yesterday about Nancy Pelosi, and I do have the audio that was kept away from the January 6th investigation, the insurrection. Now, the video is kind of breathtaking because Nancy Pelosi admitted 2 things. Number one, she was wrong. And she also admitted that it was her fault. January 6th, not having the National Guards, it was her fault.
You mean that thing that she has blamed Trump for this whole time?
Well, it continues to blame Trump. She was actually on interview yesterday and blamed Trump before they leaked but that is her daughter that she is talking to, who held that information from Congress. What's that called? Contempt of Congress.
Yes.
Oh, so maybe she could be put in the same cell with Hunter Biden.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that. Call your doctor day going on today. Corn on the cob day. Cow cashew day. National German Chocolate Day. National Making Life Beautiful Day. Pet Memorial Day. Tom, I'm going to spell this. You tell me how you pronounce it.
All right.
Cousteau. How would you pronounce that? Cousteau.
Costu.
Costas?
Cousteau.
Really?
Cousteau.
Oh, Jacques Cousteau, yeah. What about him?
I'm just asking.
Oh.
It's French.
Because I said cow cashew, so I screwed it up. Yes, that's my Cajun coming back. Looks like AOC recently revealed she's worried that Donald Trump will throw her in jail if he wins.
Good.
Oh.
Boy, that would be a great thing.
You know, she says that like it's a bad thing. I think that comment gets Trump extra votes.
I mean, maybe they forgot, Donald Trump was president before, and he didn't throw his rivals in jail.
No, that's what they're trying to do.
So she's making herself a victim before it even happens.
Yeah.
AOC should not suggest that Donald Trump will throw her in jail. Because this will it'll make people want to vote for him more.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bombshell text message from Hunter Biden revealed that he withdrew $800 from a ATM and met his drug dealer just hours before the revolver purchase.
Unbelievable.
Which means we officially have a smoking gun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a text message about smoking crack. And then he went and bought the gun. Now they're trying to constitute what exactly is addiction. I mean, do you have to do it every day?
Whoa. What is up with this two-tier justice system? You know, if you remember, since Biden was the big pusher of the crime bill, they didn't take addiction into account then when all those black men were being arrested. Did they?
Amen. And by the way, hopefully the black jury remembers that. But it's Delaware.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden, of course, was marching in the civil rights parades in Delaware.
Whatever.
You remember that?
No. I remember he was really good friends with the head of the KKK.
Yeah, there you go. All right, let's check the weather, and then we're coming back. I got a lot of things to get to. Tweet of the day. Byron Donalds actually stands up to Al Sharpton. This is awesome. Check of the weather being brought to you by North Star Laundry. One stop for all your laundry. Find out more information today. They can wash, dry, and fold all your clothes. They can dry clean your clothes, starch you up, keep you looking good. All American cleaners. Check them out today. All right, Doorcam, Ohio, shows a shocking FedEx delivery guy that put a package down and walked off, and the thief ran up and grabbed the package.
He didn't even get like 5 feet.
How bad is that?
That's
crazy.
It was like
we talked about Dan Hurley turning down $70 million to coach the Lakers. Of course, he's the coach for UConn.
Yep.
Is he any relationship to Danny Hurley?
Yes, it's his brother.
That's his old man.
And his old man.
Yeah.
That's a basketball family right there.
Yeah. So he turns down $70 million, and the reason is nobody wants to coach LeBron James.
Right. Well, he's uncoachable.
Well, he's uncoachable, and he thinks he's coaching the team.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason. The January 6th clip, Nancy Pelosi, I take full responsibility. I will play that clip coming up in just a second. And the state Supreme Court is going to rule on the Hobbs woman's release during the appeal.
Mm-hmm.
So break it down, if you would, Blake.
So you remember Alexis Avila. She is the woman who threw her baby. She was a girl then, a teenager.
Right.
Right after she had her baby boy, she threw him in the dumpster. Well, she was arrested, and then it's on appeal because she was found guilty. And so the judge sentenced her to be behind bars while the appeal was ongoing.
Right.
The appellate court let her out. Now the New Mexico Supreme Court is going to hear that and decide whether or not she returns to jail or whether she gets to stay free until her appeal is done.
November 7th is the day that they're scheduled. Now, what is the common practice when somebody is appealing the case? Say it's a murderer.
Right.
Say this guy murdered 18 people. They let him out?
No.
Why would they let her out?
Well, there are precedences for being free until the appeal is heard. In this case, their position is it wasn't like a murderer. right? It wasn't.
The woman was caught on tape dumping her baby.
It was her baby, so it was a one-time thing. This is what their position is. It's not what I'm saying. It's what their position is that it was a one-time thing. She's not a danger to other people. She's not, unless she has a baby. She's not. But she's not a flight risk because she lives at home with her parents. Those things. That's their position for her to be free. Until the appeal is heard.
Such an easy time with this. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, she sat home. She was able to, watch Netflix, eat the food that she wants. I mean, before the trial, it has been so easy on her. I don't know if she'll learn her lesson. Maybe she'll get pregnant again and throw another baby because, nothing is actually, there's been no accountability.
No. Well, and then they're also, I think they're talking about the girl from, was it Artesia?
Yeah.
That did the same thing.
Artesia, and they let her out.
And she's in college.
Yeah, she's going to school in Las Cruces.
Right. And so, the Supreme Court will decide this, and that'll actually be the precedence going forward on these types of cases, whether they actually stay in jail until, the appeals process is finished, or if they will remain free. Now, to be fair, the Hobbs girl is on house arrest, so she's not supposed to have contact with kids or anybody other than her parents.
House arrest doesn't mean you're. They could still go to the grocery store. They could still go all over the place.
I'll have to look back at that because she
on an ankle monitor.
Yeah, she has an ankle monitor that's supposed to be like only in the backyard. Like I don't think she's supposed to leave her house.
Well, they just have to notify their probation officer they're going somewhere, and it's done.
Right.
And let me just say this much: I have a little inside information about the ankle monitor stuff. Tom knows what I'm talking about. They don't always work right.
That's true.
They don't. They always don't. And so I'm just saying she's had a easy time with this. She really has.
I don't think anybody would argue that, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I think probably way too easy. All right, we're going to talk about jury deliberations. Hunter Biden, suspect in a 2021 murder in Roswell. We'll get to that. And a woman has 6 pounds of cocaine. You're not going to believe the hiding place. I will get to that coming up next. 6:22 morning show this morning being brought to you by Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill. Find them in Lovington, family owned and operated. They've got a lot of experience in the meat market business. And now they have the grill. So they can do custom cut meats. They have burger patties that are ready to go. They're frozen and ready to go, and they are awesome. They have smoked meats available every day and delicious beef jerky. So get in there and get your meats. If you got a big get-together coming up, get in touch with them. And right now, serving up breakfast platters. They've got the burritos and more. And for lunch, they offer awesome plate lunches. You can find out what the special is going to be by just simply liking them on Facebook. They do post up the daily lunch specials and the weekly meat specials on Facebook, Butcher Block Meat Market and Grill on Facebook, or stop in 1422 South Main in Lovington. Call your orders in advance, 575-739-7778. 92 today for the high. There's no rain in the forecast. Overnight low tonight getting down to about 65, 94 tomorrow, and then 99 coming up on Thursday. Another shot at rain, maybe Friday night into early Friday morning. Check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store, Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts. They've got them all. And anything that you're looking for to work in the oil patch, hard hats, work boots, steel toe boots, safety gear, they've got you covered. They also have a section of boots, $99. $99 boots. Yeah, that's not per boot. That's boots, a pair of boots for $99. Can't beat that. They also have furniture, appliances, electronics, and they do offer 0 down financing. Next door to Rig Outfitters, the Scrub Outfitters, the largest selection of medical scrubs, big-name brands, Healing Hands, Met Coutures, Peaches, Dickies, and others. They have a huge selection of compression socks and comfortable shoes, too. Find them at Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Tom in the text.
All right, and Jody from Lovington says, did you guys see one of the jurors for Donald Trump's trial was actually talking to family members prior to him finding him guilty?
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what they're saying. They could overturn the case because of that.
I hope they do. Buddy is chiming in. My daughter stayed in prison 10 years waiting on her appeal, says Buddy this morning. And AOC, well, she always stars for attention, says the text. And Patrick from Artesia says 10 years on the rigs and 13 years today in dirt work in the oil field. That's from Patrick from Artesia. So that's his longest and shortest jobs.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, question of the day. Cab driver here, 12 years with the same company, says this text. Shortest was trying over the road 5 days. Okay. And sitting on your butt all day and night is not for me. It says this one text. Okay.
Tom, that sounds like a great job for you. Well, with the exception of directions. Yeah, that would be a challenge. So where are you thinking about going? Midland? Okay, that's going to be a 4-hour trip. And by the way, I have to take naps in between, okay?
And another text on the question of the day. This is Hawkeye here in Hobbs. I just celebrated 10 years with the Guardians of the Children. Such an honor to serve the organization, he says this morning. And thank you for that.
Very good organization.
Yeah, very good.
Well, thank you. I was just trying to get some sip out of my smoothie. God bless you. All right, 626. Tweet of the day this morning. Let me get to that. We'll get to the price of oil in just a second. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales, serving all of Southeast New Mexico. Largest inventory really in all of Southeast New Mexico. Pre-owned and brand spanking new units. Big name brands like Cougar and Keystone and others. They have the toy haulers, fifth wheels, ultralights, and more. If you're working out in the patch and thinking about getting yourself, you're getting that per diem, thinking about getting yourself a fifth wheel, go online right now, maintrailersalesinc.com. Take a virtual tour of all the units, new and pre-owned. And then give them a call, 575-71. Let me start over, 575-622-1751, maintrailersalesinc.com. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. I'm going to get to the tweet of the day and thought of the day. Here is the tweet of the day. It's kind of refreshing that we have somebody standing up to Al Sharpton. See, if it was me standing up to Al Sharpton would call me a racist.
Yep.
Well, must be a racist. No, but Byron Donalds stands up to him, and he can't call him a racist.
Well,
don't you love the way that works?
He could.
Well, yeah, but I mean, so this whole thing about black families, they have taken that completely out of context. Mm-hmm. And Byron Donalds is not having none of it.
Even live with yourself acting like Jim Crow was a good era or better era for blacks. What happened to you?
Okay, that's real cute. That's real cute. I did not say that. And I'm not going to sit here and have to insinuate that against you. Because right now you're lying about what I said. I did say Jim Crow. I did reference it 3 times. That's not to say that it was better. I never said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. When are you going to get that through your skull and everybody else's skull? I never said that. And the difference between me and a lot of other Republicans, I'm not going to sit here.
You said it was better for us.
I'm not going to let you
under Jim Crow to bring families together. Did you say that?
Hakeem Jeffries was lying. The Biden campaign was lying.
All right.
Go look at my words.
Well,
go look at my words.
Right. People can
did
look
I say
at your
Jim
words.
Crow was better? No, I did not.
You said
I did not say Jim Crow was better. I never said it was good. I did not have nostalgia. I never said any of those things. I was talking about black families.
See? And I mean, that could be the next vice president of the United States. He's from Florida. Would that hold him back?
It shouldn't.
That Trump is from Florida, and Tom, would that hold him back?
No. I like
Because
that.
you said that last week, that they would never pick somebody from the same state.
You did say that.
No, I didn't. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that last week.
You said that's why he couldn't pick DeSantis.
Oh.
Yeah. I actually like him better than Tim Scott.
Well, how about that North Carolina governor you had on yesterday?
Well,
I like him too, but he's not the governor yet. He's running for the governor. So
technically, Trump is from New York.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, but now his residency is he's left New York.
Florida.
All right, AOC is dumb as a box of rocks. Listen to what she had to say yesterday.
Fire means that somebody sees a fire. It could be any kind of fire. It could be a big fire or a small fire, a bonfire or even a candle flame. It just matters that somebody sees a fire. That's why we call it a ceasefire.
Whatever.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't even say stuff that dumb.
No, you don't.
All right, we're gonna get to January 6th, and we got a lot of things to get to. Juneteenth celebration at the White House yesterday. Biden was getting his groove on.
8 days. Before. 8 days before. They can't even wait till the weekend before.
Oh no, but man, he was up there. He was sitting next to George Floyd's brother. And George Floyd's brother had to wake him up a couple times.
Well, he stood up.
Bro. Wake up here. Wait. What's that smell?
Yes.
Oh, Joe, please tell me that. Ma'am, the pens need to be changed.
Well,
my Lord.
Did you see the video of that when they were all standing? And he's like, Kamala Harris is next to him and all that going on. He's got that slightly leaning forward, arm stuck, frozen.
Look, I'm telling you, George Floyd's brother was like, something smelling funky up in here.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
All right, price of oil on the way. We're going to get to the thought of the day. I got Nancy Pelosi queued up. She said it. I'll get to it coming up next. All right, Johnny Ray Sanchez, 33 years old, Roswell, arrested Sunday at 2:47 a.m. on the West 2nd at an address on an outstanding warrant. Electronic court records indicate that he is that one of the warrants authorized the arrest of Sanchez on one count of first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and tampering with evidence. Second arrest warrant was issued last month and was served on one count of controlled substance and possession prohibited in a unrelated case. Timothy Watts, deputy district attorney, filed the motion in the 5th Judicial Court to keep Sanchez detained pending a trial. A hearing on the motion was scheduled for June 17th. Sanchez is the suspect in the March 15th, 2021 deadly shooting of Geraldo Aguilar, 39 years old. Anyway, criminal complaint filed by the Sheriff's Department. And so this is not good. Sanchez claims that that another person shot Aguilar.
It was his.
This case goes all the way back to 2021.
Yeah.
Crazy story. Crazy story. Roswell, crazy town. Nuts. By the way, shake-up in Roswell, Tom, you might want to look into this. The sheriff is now told the Roswell Police Department they can't assist with arrest in the county.
They cannot?
He has removed all their authority.
Really? Wow.
Yes. In a letter written to the police department, it took their authority to help with those type of arrests.
Wow. Now, the county is over. The sheriff's over the city and county, right? That's the way it works.
So, and this information came out, Freedom Roswell on Facebook. I think that's the name of it.
Okay. I'll look into it. I'm going to call the sheriff.
And they did post the letters up there on the site. So the letters are up there. So crazy. That's crazy because those two should be working hand in hand. Wouldn't you think?
Something
you would
happened.
think.
I mean, I know in Lee County, the Hobbs PD and the Sheriff's Department work. So we need to find out what's going on with that. And, Tom, I'll see if I can find that post so I can send you a copy of the letters that were sent to the PD. Anybody know more about that and why they would do that? I would love to hear. By the way, the site is Roswell Freedom Talk. That's the name of the site. Roswell Freedom Talk. Jury deliberations underway in the Hunter Biden gun trial. What do you think is going to happen with that?
Go ahead, Tom.
I hope he gets convicted, but he's not gonna.
I think that it's going to be a light slap on the wrist because he's got a jury
favorable
that is very favorable. Yeah. And I think that at most he will get probation. At most.
So here's Jesse Waters talking about the case yesterday.
But Abe Lowell gets up and he's trying to say this form is not English. The form clearly says, are you an unlawful user of or addicted to narcotics? Lowell is saying that if you're a user, they only meant, are you using the day you filled the form out? Obviously, that's not true. He's saying, well, it depends what the meaning of addicted is, because they had someone testify that Hunter was smoking crack every 20 minutes. They had Hunter's own autobiography saying he was an addict. He's gone to rehab 10 times. I don't know how you can describe addicted in any other way. And then you have this Haley text message to, the widow. I'm buying drugs from Mookie, and then today I'm high on crack, passed out in a car. Now, the Lowell is trying to say that Hunter was lying on those text messages. Yeah. That is a Herculean effort. We'll see if the jury buys it.
Wow. And all this time, I got to give him credit. I mean, he was a functional drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, he was negotiating multi-million-dollar deals for the Biden Criminal Foundation.
Yes. And I want to point out one thing, and we talked about this earlier. The defense really tried to play up the fact that he's an addict, right? And that should soften the jury because he was addicted and he has addiction problems. Right. Well, I want to point out that his father, Joe Biden, was the guy that spearheaded that crime bill, which targeted black people, right? That's who it targeted.
Mm-hmm.
There was no any kind of they have an addiction problem. There was none of that. He was throw the book at them if they got caught with drugs. So there's how many black men, thousands, are in jail because of what his father did, and now they want leniency for his kid.
I'm hoping it doesn't go down, but I have a sneaky suspicion he's going to get probation.
He's getting off.
And think about that. That's a 10-year sentence, minimum 10-year sentence, and they're going to give him probation.
Mm-hmm. And then he has tax evasion coming up, too.
Right.
Yeah. There is a problem. Morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing, licensed and bonded and insured. They are the insurance specialists. They have been dealing with insurance companies and repairing roofs for over 30 years. They also have a A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau for 30-plus years. They offer free estimates. They're owned by a veteran who served this great country, Dwayne Pennick. Give Dwayne a call this morning, 575-318-9725. A Custom Construction and Roofing. Beware of unlicensed out-of-town contractors, because when they're gone, the warranty is gone, and most of the time it's shoddy work on top of that. A Custom Construction and Roofing. Give Dwayne a call this morning, 575-318-9725. Woman arrested for hiding nearly 6 pounds of cocaine underneath a seat with her kid sitting on top of the seat. Yeah, the El Paso Constable's Office reported 27-year-old Genevieve Espenzola, I haven't seen that name before, arrested for allegedly concealing 5.93 pounds, almost 6 pounds of cocaine underneath a back seat. 3 kids sitting on the back seat. She's been charged with manufacturing and delivering a controlled substance. No word if that was for the Hunter Biden celebration that will be going on this weekend in Delaware, but almost 6 pounds of cocaine. More flooding could be coming your way in Chaves County, southern Chaves County. They say it might get some rain today in Roswell. In that case, the sheriff's office is saying that things could get a little sketchy and there could be some flooding on some of the back roads. So please be careful. They also talk about a sinkhole in close to Hagerman and a canal that washed away. So be safe out there, please. Albuquerque police officer accused of driving drunk in the patrol car. Man, the Albuquerque PD has had so many issues.
They can't catch a break.
So this guy was stopped by New Mexico State Police, right, Blake?
Yes. It was the state police that got him.
In his patrol vehicle, right?
Yes.
In the patrol vehicle. Sergeant Hernandez arrested.
So think about that. If you're driving by and you see the state police pulling over the Albuquerque police car.
Only in New Mexico.
Right.
Only in New Mexico. So police spotted him speeding in the patrol car and decided to investigate. And
he was
Hernandez
going 112 miles an hour.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, just a little over the speed limit. There is going to be an internal investigation of this while the criminal charges are handled by the judicial system. He's on administrative leave and, of course, is being paid by the taxpayers. Unemployment rate, highest level since January of 2022 and May. Unemployment rate, 4.0% unemployment rate, and that is the highest that we've had in multiple years.
Now, is that here in the state or is that national?
No, that's national. Okay. That's national. Yeah. Things are so good in this Bidenomics. Serious. I mean, things are great. They really are. What the heck? New Mexico man faces federal charges for a February shooting. Facing those federal charges after an auto theft investigation turned into a violent police chase through a Albuquerque hotel. 4 months ago, Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office deputies stopped 39-year-old Lupe Vargas, and he had a problem with his tags. Lupe crashed his car into the pillar of the Ramada Hotel in Albuquerque, shot at deputies, and ran into the hotel. During the pursuit, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office said that Vargas changed out of a white tank top into a red shirt and was just walking into the hotel. By the way, the K-9 was not having none of it. According to the court documents, Vargas has a long criminal history that started when he was 11 years old. Breaking the law at 11. Vargas now being charged as a federally charged with being a felon in possession of firearm and carjacking. And anti-Israeli protesters set up an encampment at UCLA.
Again.
This has been going on since April. Isn't it time just to squash it? And they actually fought with the police. I'll say it again. National Guard, water cannons work every time.
Yeah.
The whole idea about water cannons, they're not going to kill anybody.
Right. Well, I mean, unless you're like putting your mouth in front of it and you drown.
Yeah.
But this governor's not going to bring in the National Guard yet.
No.
So, yeah, Newsom won't.
The only way they would is if they said, "Oh, look, it's a bunch of Republicans." Right.
Then yes. All right, we're going to get to Nancy Pelosi coming up next. Let me do the thought of the day. Thought of the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil, serving southeast New Mexico. Close to 40 years now, dependable, boom or bust. They are there for you, delivering across southeast New Mexico. They deliver oil and gas, pretty much anything, diesel, DEF value, unleaded, interstate batteries. They'll deliver on or off-road. Find them on the web, wakefieldoil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is life is just so much better when you have Uber Eats. My thought for the day. I was just thinking about it, so thought for the day. That way you can be really lazy and not ever leave the house. There's one thing COVID taught us.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you never have to leave the house.
Right. Or bus in Tom's case.
Yeah, in either place. All right, 6:45, Tom. Let's get to the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by Spinnaker, Oilfield Cementers, and Cud Energy Services. Together, they are hiring. They are looking for diesel mechanics, electric technicians. They're looking for service supervisors in training. That is a program. You can join the program, must have a CDL. And they're looking for equipment operators. CDL required for that position also. And they're looking for experienced pressure pump hands. Apply today, greatoilfieldjobs.com, or text oilfield to 63566. Equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer.
West Texas Intermediate, $77.01. $81.52 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas, $3.08. Speak.
All right, looks like a woman sentenced for her role in the 2023 Albuquerque murder. The judge sentenced a woman to 5 years behind bars for her role in a Good Samaritan's murder. Rosalind Lee pled guilty to aggravated assault and battery in that deadly incident that happened at Circle K in Albuquerque. Authorities say her husband, Eric Ford, attacked a clerk when a bystander, Michael Yursto, stepped in to help. That's when Lee hit him with a cane and engaged Ford to shoot him. Mm-hmm. And by the way, Ford did. By the way, Ford, her boyfriend has been sentenced 25 years in prison. She got 5 years. So just a Good Samaritan.
Yep.
They murdered the Good Samaritan.
Yep.
So she got 5 years. Husband got 25 years.
Well, he faces up to 25 years.
Yeah, up to 25, yes. Yeah. State Supreme Court, what do you think about this ruling when it comes to co-ops? Because I thought the PRC was the one that had to approve or deny rate increases. But the Supreme Court ruled the state regulators do have the power to set the electric rates different from the rule cooperative proposed. So the ruling centers around the PRC commission rejecting a Socorro Electric Cooperative's proposal for a $1.25 million rate increase.
Right.
Instead, set a different rate structure.
Yeah.
So
in
this case,
that's why it got taken to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Was
the justices disagreed, saying the PRC can review the proposal as long as they get enough protest and commissioners can fix unreasonable rates.
Mm-hmm.
Case closed.
So what that means is you have not complete lockdown of a one-size-fits-all thing.
Right.
Which is it's an amazing feat that this Supreme Court in this state did that, because they really like having a one-size-fits-all approach.
And that kind of goes against everything that this governor stands for.
Yes.
So I was kind of surprised.
She wants complete control, and she appoints the PRC board.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
To a certain degree. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah,
All
kind
right,
of.
649. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Randall Pettigrew, reminding you that he continues to fight for us. Got a special session coming up. You can count on one thing. He'll be fighting for Southeast New Mexico. There's a lot of uncertainty going on with this special session. As of today, they really don't know. I mean,
We're a month away.
Is it going to be? Yeah. Is it going to be the homeless that they're deciding on? Is it what exactly? Panhandling? Are they going to get to the nuts and bolts of our problems with our judicial system? That would probably not be. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. You know, they look at crime and wonder why crime is so bad and try to figure it out. It's pretty easy, actually. You don't hold people accountable. That's part of it. Randy Pettigrew is going to be fighting, you can count on this, fighting for stricter laws to hold people accountable, keep them locked up longer. He'll be fighting for all our constitutional rights in New Mexico. So, need more information about Randy Pettigrew? Find out more information, RandallPettigrew.com. Tom, quickly to the text, and then I'm going to get to Nancy Pelosi and the Biden Juneteenth celebration.
All right, could it be that the sheriff arrested someone and it goes to a different judge than the city cops? That's maybe the reason that the sheriff doesn't want to work. I did text Mike Harrington, ask him to call us to explain that further to us.
I would love to hear more on that because it's highly unusual.
Very highly unusual. Maybe he'll call us during the show. And guys, fog east of Hobbs, be careful out there, says this texter, so do be careful. And I never thought I would say this, guys. This is Jody from Lovington. But there's actually someone dumber than Tom, and they say stupider things. Talking about AOC this morning, what she said. Okay. And on the question of the day, shortest job and longest job, this text says 20 years on the rigs and 22 years pumping. Deborah says 23 years of oil and gas. And then another one says shortest job was 4 hours washing dishes at a restaurant, says the texter.
Sometimes you got to pay that tab.
Yeah, sometimes you got to pay that tab. And 2 years test driving cars, been on this job 26 years in the patch, and during 4 of the oil boom, says the texter. 29 years is still going, 3 days for the shortest day, for the shortest job that they ever had. One more text, 25 years in the oil field, still here, and broke my back in 2018, and still, this texter says, still haven't quit yet, says the text. B?
Thank you, Tom. 6:52, Nancy Pelosi talking about January 6th. I will play the leaked tape from Nancy Pelosi. 6:52, here's Nancy talking about January 6th, putting the blame on Donald Trump.
The dome on the Capitol. He insisted that it be built during the Civil War so that it could show the resilience of America. And to see these people coming through the Capitol with their foul deeds and foul actions, waving Confederate flags and Nazi flags under Lincoln's dome was so shameful. And yet this president who incited, this former president who incited this insurrection would not send the National Guard for hours. People were...
Oh, really? Oh, really? And by the way, where were these Nazi flags?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing
any Nazi flags?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see any Nazi flags. Donald Trump talked about Nancy Pelosi and talked about the January 6th insurrection. Remember, he was on 60 Minutes. They asked him directly. Here's what he had to say.
Why would I tell you that? Listen, Nancy Pelosi was in charge of security. She turned down 10,000 soldiers. If she didn't turn down the soldiers, you wouldn't have had January 6th.
Did you call military or law enforcement?
What?
Did you call military or law enforcement at the moment the Capitol was under attack?
I'm not going to tell you anything. Let me put it this way. I behaved so well. I did such a good job. Nancy Pelosi turned down 10,000 soldiers. If she didn't do that, and now
Nancy
I understand.
Pelosi doesn't have
I
the
understand
that
that the
you
police
have as
testified
commander in
against.
chief, though.
Listen to me, Kristen. Listen to me. I understand that the police testified against her, the chief very strongly against her. Capitol Police, great people. They testified against her, and they burned all the evidence. Okay, they burned all the evidence. They destroyed all the evidence about Nancy Pelosi.
What do you? I mean, it is so corrupt and crooked. Our government is so corrupt and crooked.
Mm-hmm.
They destroyed evidence. By the way, new video is just coming out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new video. Remember I've been saying, and Blake, you've said it too, about people being let in the Capitol?
Yes.
They didn't force their way into the Capitol. They were let in the Capitol.
Right.
But this says it all with Nancy Pelosi admitting she's to blame. You just heard Trump saying she's to blame. Here's Nancy admitting that she was to blame. And by the way, her daughter did not turn over this information to the January 6th investigation. She should be held in contempt of Congress. Here's Nancy Pelosi. She's taking the blame.
Ridiculous. You're going to ask me in the middle of the thing when they've already breached the inaugural stuff that should we call the Capitol Police? I mean, the National Guard? Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
That is not a question of how they have. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more.
Yeah, who's in charge of the Capitol, Tom?
Capitol Police, I believe, isn't it?
Well, ultimately, Nancy Pelosi, she was Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House.
And she's in charge of the Capitol.
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi was in charge of the Capitol.
Now,
that's who was in charge of the Capitol.
Because she said Nazi flags and Confederate flags, right? So I went to Yahoo because I wanted to get a non-biased photo dump on this. And I typed in January 6th, and I looked at images. And the only resemblance of a Confederate flag that I could find, and I had to scroll way down. Most of them were American flags and Trump flags. And when I scrolled way, way down, there is one flag that looks like it has, and I can't tell from this distance, either an AR-15 or an M16 kind of looking gun on it. And
those scary guns.
Yeah, but it's superimposed over the Confederate battle flag, and it says, "Come and take it," on it. And that's the only flag out of 10 dozen photos as I scroll down that has any Confederate anything. And there are 0 Nazi flags. Hundreds and hundreds of American flags and Trump flags.
Right.
Look, if we go by what offends somebody, there's a lot of people that are offended by the pride flag. They're offended by the pride flag. They are. So what's the problem with the Confederate flag? From time to time, football season's about to start. I have a purple and gold Confederate flag that I will fly on Facebook. And I get lots of hate. I'm from the South.
Right.
Confederate flag doesn't offend me.
Nope.
There are lots of blacks that embrace the Confederate flag and the Southern way of life. And I have no problem telling you that. But there are people that get offended by it.
I grew up around some folks, black folks, who had a Confederate flag sticker on their truck.
Yeah. So,
and to be clear, that's the Confederate battle flag.
Right.
Yeah.
People get flicked is what they get. All right, we got Biden and Juneteenth. Also, Puerto Rican Day yesterday. And the Puerto Ricans are kind of upset with Biden. I'll play some of those cuts coming up. They don't like the illegal immigrants coming across either. So I'll play some of those cuts in just a second. Trump classified document judge rules the motion to dismiss the case, denied the motion, so that case will continue. Blake, that will not be until after the election, correct?
Yes. None of those other trials are scheduled before the election.
Tucumcari man sentenced to 10 years after attempting sexual contact with children. Joseph Gadman, 42 years old, of Tucumcari, received 10-year prison sentence after getting caught in an undercover Federal Bureau of Investigation sting operation. Showed interest in having sex with very young kids. Gatson traveled to Albuquerque in 2003 to meet up with a child. FBI arrested him, and he denied planning to have sexual activity. It says 2003. That seems like, wow. Oh no, they got him again in 2022, but they arrested him the first time in 2003. Yeah. 10-year sentence could be coming his way. New Mexico State Police investigating a fatal shooting by police in Espanola. Jeffrey Martinez fled the vehicle on foot, fired at the police. By the way, he later died at the hospital. I always say do not get in a gunfight with police because they're better shots most of the time because they practice for free.
Well, and at least they're going to have more bullets flying at you. You know, I mean,
yeah. But when you practice for free, you can get in a lot of practice. So it's probably not good. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Check them out today, RoswellLivestock.com, or visit them in Roswell at 1105 East 2nd. They have everything for the farm or ranch. They also have work gear. They have Western wear, Purina, certified Purina dealer, feed for all of your animals, and so much more. If you're looking for a great farm supply store, livestock store, they've got you covered. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Online at RoswellLivestock.com. If you're up in Capitan, Lincoln County Mercantile, check them out there. Tom in the text.
All right, Anthony from Roswell's chiming in on the question of the day. Worked for Verizon 6 days. Turned out I don't deal with disrespect very politely, says the texter. Tony in the cap shop. I worked 21 years on the rigs and 13 years in the recap shop. He says, shortest job was 1 week spraying mesquite trees to clear land. That's Tony in the shop this morning. And guys, did you see that the girl's bond was in Ohio for stabbing that 4-year-old to death, and her bond was $1 million. And how much was Trump bond for? Paying off Stormy Daniels, $500 million. It's a corrupt system, says the texter. Sure seems like it. And Randy Pettigrew, 33 years husband, 32 years as a father, love both jobs. There you go. And B, give everyone the history of the Confederate battle flag. Asked one of the texters.
You want me to do that, B, real quick?
Confederate battle flag?
Mm-hmm. So the reason we have the flag, that's what they want to know, is why it's that flag. It was originally the stars and bars that the Confederacy adopted. That was their original battle flag. But it was too similar to the U.S. flag, and soldiers from either side would go to that flag. So they came up with this battle flag so that the Confederate commanders could call the Confederate forces to where they needed to be on the battlefield. And so it's different because of that. And that's the reason it came about. And that's the reason the colors are what they are.
Gotcha.
So it was you got to remember how battlefields used to work. And when you saw your flag somewhere, you rallied to that area.
Mm-hmm.
And
I kind of like the purple and gold one. It's kind of nice. That's just me. All right, we're going to talk about a sniper in Florida fires through a computer monitor, takes out the bad guy. We'll get to that. John Fetterman and his wife hospitalized after a car crash. Blake, I think you're on to something here.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a liberal anymore. Mm-hmm. A woman without pants arrested for allegedly trying to burglarize a vehicle in Roswell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I almost used that for my boot today.
Mushrooms.
No,
right?
No. No more
Well,
mushrooms.
you were eating the mushroom-infused chocolate bars. You said it was good for your blood pressure or something.
Well, it was until it started to...
Well, they're saying don't eat them.
Right.
We'll talk about that.
I don't put them
coming
on my
up.
pizza.
And a very interesting story about the FBI investigating 500 serial killer truckers that are on the road. I had to read this story like three times. I was like, what? So these individuals actually have like a torture chamber.
Yeah.
I read a book about just this. And so when I heard it, I was like, say what? So we're going to get to that. FBI is looking for a bunch of truckers.
It's like a club.
If you're a trucker. So are you like killing kids? And Blake, you're going to have to help me with this guy.
Okay.
Remember the Hispanic actor, John Leguizamo?
Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Puerto Rican.
Took out a full-page ad in New York. You're not going to believe what it says.
Oh, he's very far left.
Yeah, I'm deeming this racist. I'll get to that coming up in the sec. All right, we got a lot of things to get to. 705 KWMW, Malmore 105.1 FM. News this morning being brought to you by our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're on 128 this morning, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles, fill her up today. Look, they accept all major credit cards, debit cards, and WEX cards. And they're there. They're open 24/7. Nice facility. If it's raining, hey, it's covered and don't have to worry about that. Large facility that sells unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF, and more. Be safe out there from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Taking a break, 7:05. News up next. Let's qualify you for cash on W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents the Cash Blowout Contest on This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now.
Call now. News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. New Mexico Supreme Court ruling state regulators do have the power to set electric rates different from what a rural co-op proposes. Ruling centers on a New Mexico Public Regulation Commission to reject a Socorro Electric Cooperative proposal for $1.25 million rate increase and instead set a different rate structure. The co-op argued that the PRC can only approve or deny rate proposals but not decide the rate themselves. The justices disagreed, saying the PRC can review proposals as long as they get enough protest and commissioners can fix unreasonable rates. Eddy County voters can play a pivotal role in the electing state leaders in the November general election based on data from the June 4 primary. In Eddy County, which leans Republican, 26% of the 27,300 persons eligible to vote cast ballots in the primary election. Republicans showed strong support for presidential candidate Donald Trump with 91% of the vote. Former U.S. House Rep Yvette Harrell also found favor among Eddy County Republicans, according to data from the New Mexico Secretary of State's office. About 1,200 acres of desert and scrubland in southern Carlsbad could become essential in addressing the city's lack of housing. The area off National Parks Highway across the road from the Cavern City Air Terminal was the site of a master plan community designed to host a population of 13,000 people, including homes, restaurants, and retail. Carlston Ranch was intended to capitalize on Carlsbad's boom and growth and subsequent need for workers and places to house them. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas, or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured, whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
Father's Day is June 16th. Shop the Working Guys store and save during our Father's Day sale. Now through June 16th, Dad would love a new pair of Oakleys, and right now they're 10% off. Get up to 20% off select Cinch shirts and jeans, and select FR shirts from Trollco, Timberland, and Bulwark. 20% off. Why pay more? Shop the Father's Day sale now through June 16th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Why pay more? Get to the Working Guys store. The City of Champions Professional Rodeo is headed to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds June 13th, 14th, and 15th. Gates open at 5:30. The rodeo begins at 7 p.m. nightly. Enjoy front row family fun, a calf scramble for the kids, the Rankist Bulls and Broncos on the circuit, as well as full concessions, food trucks, and New Mexico's own Blackhawk Brewery on site. Let's help them get a full house every night at the upcoming City of Champions Professional Rodeo, coming to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds June 13th, 14th, and 15th. Gates open at 5:30. Rodeo starts at 7 p.m. nightly. Thank you to sponsors Tate Branch Auto Group, Kubota, Amigo Machinery in Roswell, and Benny's Western Wear in Artesia. Early bird tickets are only $10 and are available at Benny's Western Wear and Tate Branch in Artesia, as well as Kubota, Amigo Machinery in Roswell. Gate tickets will be $12, or you can buy them online by finding the ticket link on the City of Champions Professional Rodeo's Facebook page.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Short on wind, long on opinion.
And I'm going to mispronounce. I'm not going to try.
B and the Breakfast Club.
Welcome back to Steal That Score, the game where convicted felons determine how fast they can shoplift various items. Let's welcome today's contestants, Travis, hi, John, what's up, and Butterball. Yo. Let's show these fine gentlemen today's prize item, a 42-inch flat-screen TV. Whoa, that's pretty. So, boys, how long will it take you to steal that score?
I can steal that score in 13 seconds.
Heck, I could steal that score in 9 seconds. Amateurs. I could steal that score in 7 seconds. Flat. Which is nothing like your midsection, Butterball. Butterball, steal that score! And there he goes, rumbling down aisle 5, wasting no time to get to the electronic. Oh! I guess we forgot to tell Butterball about those very athletic and heavily armed security guards. Looks like the only thing Butterball scored was a trip to the ER. We'll be right back.
By the way, that could be the next show in Albuquerque. They're always looking for those type of, I think that would be big time.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, plant a car out in the middle of the hood, and let's see how long it stays there. I think it'd be fairly nice.
Hey, Kevin, I want to mention, because I was having trouble on our Facebook page trying to figure out where the video shows up, because normally it's in the feed, right?
Right.
Well, apparently Facebook has done an algorithm change, and you have to go up, and on our profile picture it says live. Now, this is on my phone, so it could be different on a computer. But you actually have to hit our profile picture where it says live if you want to watch the live stream on Facebook. It will show up in the feed after the show is done.
Wow. Thank you, Facebook. Yeah, because usually it's right there in the feed.
Right, and I went looking for it because, you know, I like to try and check in on comments and stuff on the Facebook feed.
Oh, so up there in the profile picture where it says live.
That's where you got to hit it if you want to watch it.
So up there.
Yep.
That is.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, if somebody doesn't know, how did they know?
I don't know. I mean, because that live button. Yeah, I know, right? That live button almost blends in with our logo.
It does. So thank you, Facebook, for screwing it up again.
Yep.
Yeah. Appreciate that, as always. I know I'll be in jail soon. Not a problem. New study finds that exercising in the evening is the best way to lower your blood sugar levels.
Huh. There you go, Tom.
But the timeline doesn't work with most Americans because they're too busy eating desserts at that time. 38 million Americans have diabetes. 38 million Americans have diabetes.
Ooh.
And you can lower your blood sugar by actually just working out in the evening.
Wow.
I swim in the evening.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
In the evening? What do you consider evening?
Like 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 10% of Americans, though, have diabetes. That's a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Tom, you are among the 10%.
Yeah, 38 million. But he has the trifecta: high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, high sugar. There was one more I'm leaving out.
High sugar, high cholesterol,
high blood pressure,
diabetes. That's
well,
the 4
That would be the blood sugar.
That would be the 4 ecta.
Diabetes is high blood sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
New study suggesting getting tattoos may significantly increase your blood cancer risk.
Whatever.
I'm not buying that.
No. That's people without tattoos trying to scare people with tattoos.
Yeah, I'm just not buying it. Looks like Ashley Graham says she was fat shamed back in high school. Kids called her cottage cheese thighs. And I'm just going to say this much. I have no idea who Ashley Graham is.
Yeah, she's actually pretty good looking.
Who is she?
She starred in several movies.
Where? What kind of movies?
Like
Hallmark.
What?
Hallmark movies?
Mm-hmm.
That does not
count.
ring a bell. Ashley Graham.
I mean, it counts if you're an actor, I guess, but it doesn't count on most people's radar. Tom said they're
Ashley
Hallmark.
Graham does not ring a bell.
Hallmark movie.
Was she in Hallmark movies?
Yeah.
Ashley Graham.
I'm looking her up right now because I have no idea. Ashley.
I've never seen her legs.
An American plus-size model and TV presenter.
Actually, I'm just going to be honest. She's 36 years old.
Yeah.
And here's a picture of her. I find her really attractive. I mean, I don't want a woman that's too skinny.
She's nice looking.
Yeah, she's actually yeah. I mean yeah.
I like mine with a little meat on them.
Tom.
Well,
that's not really. Looks like Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman are talking about getting together, returning together for Practical Magic 2. And Apple announced a partnership with ChatGPT to have OpenAI and roll out their brand new AI product later this year. It's going to be called Apple Intelligence.
Is that why Elon Musk was down on Apple?
Yes. And Elon Musk does not like it and said that his cars will not, I'm thinking what he said, if I remember right, he said that his cars will not operate with Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, he says he threatens to ban the devices if OpenAI is integrated into their operating system.
By the way, Apple Intelligence will be part of the OSI 18 for you Apple users. All right, let's get to this next story about the FBI hunting 500 serial killer truckers that are on the road in America. Their favorite way of finding victims is, of course,
truck stops.
Truck stops, yes. They're mobile rape and torture chambers in the back of the trucks. They actually have arrested one person that's connected with this. His name is Bruce Mendenhall. Bruce Mendenhall. Police believe there are other people that were involved in this, where they actually go to truck stops and pick up individuals.
Didn't Kurt Russell have a movie about that where his wife got kidnapped by the truck driver?
I just got finished reading a book about probably 6 months ago, and I can't remember the name of it, but that was the premise, that these guys would actually kidnap, like people from the truck stops, and then they would put them in cages at a separate facility, and men would pay to go in and do crazy things with them.
Wow.
So maybe we're not that far off.
And we're estimating 500 of them? That's a lot.
500.
I mean, you say, well, it's only 500. Well, think about how many roadways that would cover in the U.S.
Right.
500 of those. That's like 10 in every state.
Lot lizards are like, we're not talking to truckers anymore.
Right. And the truckers are wondering where all the lot lizards are going.
Yeah. I'm looking.
That's wild.
And I don't remember what site I got that off of.
Yeah, I'm looking for it, and I can't find it, but I'm going to go look it up more.
So
deep dive.
I'll find it in a second because I think I shared it. Sniper in Florida fires through a computer monitor to take out a bank robber holding folks hostage. It's happened in Lee County, Florida. They released the video footage from Saturday that shows a badass sniper shooting through the computer monitor to take out the armed bank robber.
How cool.
Incident took place in Fort Myers at Bank of America.
That dude needs a medal.
They just released the video, but it happened on February 6th. That's pretty bad.
He needs a reward and a medal.
I'm telling you. And it doesn't say how far a shot it is, but it doesn't matter. He went through the computer. Unbelievable. John Fetterman and his wife.
We need more of those guys.
Oh, we definitely need more of those guys. So Fetterman and his wife, Giselle, hospitalized after a car crash in Maryland. And she was actually hospitalized longer than he was. It happened Sunday night.
Right.
So they're doing well. And looks like everything's going to be okay. But both involved in that car accident close to Maryland and the Pennsylvania border. Maryland, Pennsylvania border.
So, Fetterman has come out recently and said, I'm not afraid to say what I think anymore. And I'm not a progressive. I'm just a regular Democrat. And he's talking some common sense stuff, right?
Yes.
Finally.
So are these far left folks like staging to take him out?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering. So.
Yep.
So you never know, because they could be planning to suicide him.
They have been thinking that he was going to be a member of the squad when he started.
Right, because he used to be very far left.
Yes. So I found the story as Daily Mail.
Okay.
FBI hunts for 500 serial killer truckers loose on American roads. So there you go. Daily Mail. Woman without pants arrested in Roswell. She's trying to burglarize a vehicle. No pants on.
No, I almost used that as my boob today. I didn't.
Criminal complaint filed by the Chaves County Magistrate Court on Monday. Jessica Ortiz, 31 years old, arrested Saturday about 10:41 a.m. in daylight. No pants on. She was also charged with indecent exposure. Wow. By the way, they got her on video, too. This happened at Home Depot. There's nothing around Home Depot. I mean, you've got is it Denny's that's in the parking lot? Tom, what's the IHOP?
Right, IHOP.
And yeah, I mean, there's not a whole bunch in that parking lot.
Burger King right there? What is right there?
I don't remember. I visited those places.
We know.
Oh, we know. Definitely. Anyway, they got her. And, she is now in jail with pants on. So they got her, and she's got the pants on.
Put your pants
All right,
on,
let's
lady.
let's get to Joe Biden. We'll get to Joe Biden. I got to do Taking Out Trash morning show this morning, being brought to you by Janco Janitorial. Find them 324 West Main in Artesia, full-service commercial janitorial company specializing in window cleaning. They do office cleaning, floor stripping, and waxing. They love to chat with you. They do oil-field cleaning, industrial cleaning, of course, all your commercial stuff, too. And they have janitorial supplies. Call Amber this morning, 575-703-1869, JancoJanitorial.com for more information. Tom in the text.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. I can't find you guys on Facebook this morning, he says. I just saw the question of the day, but no show. We'll check into that.
You have to go to the top and click on the live under your profile picture.
Yep.
It's the TV.
Facebook screwed it up again.
Yeah, it's their new algorithm.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It won't be in the feed until after the show is done.
You know, another text, it's the TV show called The Big Sky. The truckers were trafficking women, and they had the torture chamber. But the police of Montana were involved, laugh out loud. Everything that he read in the story is now on that TV show, says the text.
Wow.
And I read a book just recently about that. I'm trying to get back to the Facebook Live, and okay.
And Joe Biden used to drive those 18-wheelers, remember? Maybe they should investigate him.
That was a lie. It was just another one of Biden's lies.
That is the text.
And even the New York Times is calling him out on it now, on all the lies.
Yeah.
But they won't call them lies. They say he stretches the truth.
Share this.
You know,
if it opens up, it doesn't even work right. So I'm going to see if I can share it.
Okay.
That way it'll be on the.
So the New York Times is even calling Joe Biden out right now, but they won't say that he's lying. You know, they will always say that Trump lies, even when he's telling the truth. But for Joe Biden, they say he's telling tall tales and yarns.
Right.
So they're soft pedaling it.
And Kurt Russell, Aaron says, was the 1997 movie Breakdown.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying this morning. And I love Ashley Graham. She's kind of thicky, though.
Yeah.
But I
she's
like
a
her.
plus-size model.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
We had to go look her up
All
to
right,
see who
Blake,
she was.
we might have to do this every day. So I just shared it. And it is on the page now, but it's under, I think we have something, the job fair pinned to the top. So it's right under that. So I did share.
Okay.
So we might have to do that every day since Facebook's got to mess things up.
Right.
Anything else, Tom?
Another texter says, you know what? High blood sugar, high waistline. Laugh out loud, says the texter. And the RPD and the Sheriff's Department have always had missing, had a missing match. Instead of working together, they're just causing problems. Mike Harrington has to be checked or replaced. It's so sad. Will Holler texting in this morning. I'm still waiting on the sheriff to get back to us.
To hear the rest of the story.
Yeah, there is the rest of the story, I'm sure. So, Sheriff, if you're listening, call us 1-877-396.
It's highly unusual.
Yeah, highly unusual.
Very unusual. And I mean, and the PD's got to put up with, no air conditioner and flooding going on in the building and bats and mold. And I mean, it's a mess. All right, 726. Here's Joe Biden, Juneteenth, talking about the ghost and what did he say? Ghost and garments. I can't remember. I know he talked about ghost because you Republicans listen to the cut.
Oh, ghost in new garments trying to take us back. Well, there are. Taking away your freedoms, making it harder for black people to vote.
So who's making it harder for black people to vote? It is the easiest time in American history to vote.
Yeah, it is. Get out there.
So he continues after talking about the ghost and garments. Republicans are just ghost and garments. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Closing doors of opportunity, attacking the values of diversity, equity, and inclusion. If you can believe it, banning books about black experiences. Okay. trying to erase and rewrite history.
See, it's the same old broken crap over and over and over.
Well, let's be clear. The only people trying to erase and rewrite history are the Joe Biden squad.
And it was so sad.
Yep.
Look, it is so sad. I mean, a lot of white people are challenged when it comes to dancing.
Okay.
But you're sitting there next to George Floyd's brother.
Uh-huh.
You should be able to at least clap to the rhythm. It was just so sad. But Biden couldn't even clap.
I could go old school and say, clap your hands, everybody. And everybody, clap your hands to the people on this side. Clap your hands to the people right here. Clap your hands to the people up top. Clap your hands. Watch this.
Oh. So Juneteenth at the White House, a couple days early. Biden could not clap. And then he talked. He said something that, Tom, I'm going to need you because you actually speak Joe Biden, the gibberish. So here's what he had to say.
She knows so long as she was denied.
What?
She knows so long as she was
What?
denied. Our freedom can never be secured.
What did he just say?
I couldn't even interpret it, man.
Yeah, you got to play it
hold
again.
She knows so long as she was denied. She knows so long as she was denied. Our freedom can never be secured.
Never be denied something, whatever he was saying.
Wow.
Freedom cannot be denied. Freedom will not be denied.
That's kind of nuts.
Guy.
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to say.
Right.
But
neither does he.
It was good. Yeah.
Well, and if you look at his stance from when he was just standing there, when everybody else around him was, kind of clapping and moving.
It looked like he pooped again.
It did. Yeah, he's got that slightly leaning forward, you know. Yeah. And if you way over on the corner, the Secret Service guy is watching him like, oh, no.
Right.
And Jill was like, oh, no, not again.
Well, and there's probably a reason why she's nowhere near him in that.
Yeah. So,
I know.
Food and Drug Administration coming out with a warning for consumers about mushroom-infused chocolate bars. They say that has sent multiple people to the hospital. FDA released an advisory message about the Diamond microdosing chocolate bars. The chocolate bars are infused with mushrooms. Tom, didn't you say you had picked up some type of mushrooms at the dollar store?
I did.
You were taking them?
I did. And it gave me gas. Not that I need it anymore.
Well, this is a total different issue. I don't think it's gas sending them to the hospital.
Did you hear his whole statement? He gave him gas, not that he needs anymore.
Right.
No, you definitely don't need it anymore. By God, no. All right, the governor of Pennsylvania. Blake, did you see the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro?
Yes. What a despicable person.
Yeah. He was on MSNBC.
Mm-hmm.
The Inside on MSNBC.
They got like
and said that,
227 viewers.
Yeah. That Donald Trump should stop talking shh.
Mm-hmm.
Stop talking shh. That's basically what he said. I think that's pretty much I'm straight on. Yeah.
Yep.
Stop talking.
Yep.
By the way, that will never happen. He goes on to say we have the strongest economy in the world, beating China for the first time in decades. You believe that?
No.
I'm not believing it.
Well, the other thing he said about voters is he said they want to be led by someone who is honest and decent. Someone who's actually on their side like Joe Biden.
Look, nobody's believing that anymore. All you have to do is look at the Biden's approval rating. lowest point in the history. I think it's the lowest point since Jimmy Carter. That's how bad it is.
Well, and
Not
just
good.
to say honest, you even have the New York Times, like I said, calling out Biden, saying he's telling tall tales and yarns.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, when CNN's coming out saying Trump was right, Biden is not telling the truth, there's an issue. All right, take it out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Give Kayleen a call this morning, 575-408-1719. Veteran-owned and operated, local company, ready to take care of your trash. Need them to pick up your trash, residential trash, or haul away a lot of waste. They have the 96-gallon poly carts, 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters, and the rolled-off containers. 575-408-1719. Find out more information today. Trash-eaters.com. Can we all give California a big round of applause? I know it's a terrible round of applause, but I'm trying to do it myself. I'm trying to prop them up. Nearly 10,000 California fast food jobs lost since the $20 minimum wage went into effect in California.
Gavin Newsom?
10,000 jobs lost in California. They have been eliminated since September, since Gavin Newsom signed that law, giving workers $20 an hour.
Maybe that was his goal all along, to kill jobs.
The law targets fast food restaurants only.
Really?
$20
With
an
the
hour.
exception of the ones that Gavin Newsom owns.
Yes. I think it was Pandera Bread.
Yes.
That one of his big donors owns Pandera Bread.
Well,
so
and he's a partial owner in it.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Makes you want to go,
So $20 an hour for fast food workers. They lose 10,000 jobs. One guy said he has 10 locations. It's costing him $470,000 more this year. $50,000 at a location. That's why they're automating a lot of locations or cutting the expense by not having dine-in restaurants. Awesome. Take it out the trash. Gavin Newsom, I might mess up your hair. Watch it. Slam dunk. God bless. 10,000 jobs lost. And if they did it in California, it's got to be an awesome thing. I'm sure Governor Michelle Lujan Gresham would be thinking about doing that. Arizona man hiking in Switzerland fell off a cliff and survived.
oh my.
Not good. Logan Moore fell off the they had been backpacking for 36 days across Europe. They were in Switzerland when he fell off a cliff. Took him a while to get him out of there.
Right.
But he's going to be okay. Heading back to Arizona soon. I just don't know if falling off a cliff is fun. Can we get somebody to get Hank Jr. on the phone? Maybe Hank can tell us about that. Right. Didn't he fall off a cliff himself?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, alcohol and drugs were involved in that. 3 teens have been charged with felony first-degree malicious mischief. The story out of Spokane, Washington. Problem with this is that they were on scooters. You know, the ones that you ride, not like a motorcycle scooter.
Right.
They were on the ones that you
like
ride
the
on. Those things only get up to 15 miles an hour?
The tennis shoe scooters? Or they have the little wheels underneath?
So they're on the scooters, and they went over the Pride and BLM flag that is painted at the park.
Okay.
Like right next to the skateboard park.
Okay. And they probably had their scooters at the skateboard park.
Yes. And they're doing the jumps on the scooters and the
Sure.
whole thing. Anyway, they left black marks on the BLM and
on the Black
Pride.
The Black
Yes.
Lives Matter.
Yes.
Well, how did they know? They left black marks.
So prosecutors have charged him with first-degree malicious mischief, $15,000 bond for the 3 teenagers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, those West Coast states, they are just going nutso.
But if somebody actually assaults somebody, we're not. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Breaking, looks like the mortgage payments have risen again this month. Average mortgage payment, $2,894 per month in the United States.
Wow.
By the way, that's an increase of 14% over last year, 23% increase over 2022, and a 78% increase over 2021. When you factor in taxes, insurance, utilities, and maintenance costs, who can afford to own a home nowadays? 78% increase since 2021. Unbelievable. Crazy. All right, we're going to get to the things that happened on this date in history. It's coming up next. Tom on the text.
All right, so this is the father of the deceased Capitol Police Officer, Brian Schnick. You know, Trump makes sure that he gets his face out there. The guy's a criminal. He's the reason my son is dead, says the text, because of the riot at the Capitol. He publicly hounded. There's nothing about that man, says the texter. There's nothing good about that man, he says. Another one says Donald Trump is
Are you talking about Donald Trump?
Yes.
What?
By the way, I don't believe that it's his father, number one.
Father of deceased Capitol Police Officer.
I'm not believing that. And by the way, the family has come out and said he died from natural causes.
Yep.
So I'm not believing that. I'm not believing you're the father. The family has come out multiple times and said that he died of natural causes. And in fact, called them after the riots. All was okay.
Mad Dog saying, you know, Tom should be Joe Biden's bestie, rather. He would look and sound like a genius around that network. Laugh out loud, says Monty this morning.
You could be his running mate, Tom.
Well, if you ask me, I mean, if it's a paid job, I'll take it. And Joe Biden is talking about NATO, democracy, peace, and strength in the world. Donald Trump is talking more about sharks and batteries, says the text.
Are you up on your mic? Because
I'm right. I'm on top of it. I'm eating it. I'm eating it.
You're
pull it down to you.
I'm eating it.
There you go.
And Joe Biden couldn't clap, or he has to clap, says Big John this morning. And Toby from Hagerman says, Kevin, he said ghost in new garments, talking about Republicans, says the text.
Yeah, but I don't get the reference. Like sheep's and wool clothing, or what's that saying? I don't get the reference.
Right. Well, D'Lo is trying to interpret too. So Dum Dum is talking about old ghosts in new garments, like the KKK.
Oh, like his friend,
right?
Robert Byrd.
Yeah, Robert Byrd was his buddy.
The guy who gave the eulogy for. Because Joe Biden, you know, he lied about being part of the NAACP, but he was definitely friends with a lot of the high up in the KKK.
Oh, yeah.
Has
he
pictures
was
of him.
That guy.
He introduced bills that hurt black people, that were racist bills.
Look at the crime bill.
Yes, right there.
You don't
great
have
example.
to go any further than the crime bill.
And that was a racist bill.
Well, he didn't support busing either when that issue came up.
He has always been racist.
Yeah.
And you know, look at this. So the crime bill made charges for cocaine and crack cocaine totally different.
Yep.
What's the difference between crack cocaine and cocaine? One is used by Wall Street.
Yep.
And one is used predominantly in black communities.
Yep.
And look, drug addiction is a terrible thing.
It is.
It's a terrible thing, and I hope Hunter Biden is done with that.
And Joe Biden, when he was doing the crime bill, he said there's no excuses for this. No one should get a lighter sentence because of any kind of addiction or anything like that. But now that his son is on trial for the same thing that these thousands of black men have been convicted of, and I know that I said that all wrong, but black men have been convicted of, he wants leniency for his son.
Well, the crazy thing is that I want to say the sentencing was 10 years more for crack cocaine.
Yes.
And Hunter Biden gets addicted to crack cocaine.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna say it. That's not an affluent drug.
No.
Powdered cocaine is an affluent. I mean, back in the day, people, lawyers, doctors, professionals, weekend drug. So it's
actors.
Yeah, actors. It's kind of crazy that Hunter Biden got addicted to crack cocaine.
Well, the old joke used to be that cocaine was God's way of telling you make too much money.
Is that what it is?
And the crazy thing is, he said he used to smoke cocaine with Marion Barry, the former mayor of D.C.
Right.
Wow.
Yes. They met a couple times and smoked crack cocaine. Crazy. They were both in the hookers, too. Think about that.
Right.
That's true.
Crazy.
We got a phone call this
and
morning.
Marion Barry went
All
to
right,
jail.
let's go to the phone call. Then we're going to come back and talk about Venezuelan gangs coming across our southern border.
Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club. Who's calling this morning?
And where are you calling from?
Hi, good morning, compadres. How you doing? This is Manuel out here in the oil field, still drinking the oil. Delicious taste. Just a little bit of sugar. Outstanding. You know,
what's going
about
on,
2
Manuel?
months ago, remember 2 months ago I told you, I completely told you to go back to 1800s. Read up and all these dumb yahoos running for politics, right? Bidens were slave owners. Hello? Bidens were slave owners.
Yep.
Okay? Even Kamala Harris were slave owners in Jamaica.
Yep.
Mitch McConnell were slave owners. People, open up your heads. Get your heads out of your duffel bag. I didn't hear no pop. Nope. As a matter of fact, lock and load. Farmers and ranchers, perfect snipers we got around here. Watch out. These guys are coming in from the South Communist Party. They're all communist pigs and Muslims. Be prepared to shoot and kill on spot.
I don't know. I don't know if you saw the news today. All these Middle Easterners, and they said, I didn't get the sound bite, but they said, we love Joe Biden. And Fox News asked them, why do you love Joe Biden? They said, because the opportunity he is giving us.
Sure.
These are fighting age men.
Yes, they are fighting. They're soldiers. Look at them real carefully. They were, like I told one time about 3 months ago, look at the movie Red Dawn, the original one.
Right.
Listen to what the Air Force major was shut down. He said they were killed from the inside of America outward. They were attacked from Venezuela from the south. Killed majority of the Mexicans. Think about it. Mexicans are communists. Watch out, guys. Look how the military march. They march like communists. They are communists. Think about it.
Crazy.
Everybody,
it's crazy.
get your heads
Hey,
out
I
of the
appreciate
bag.
you, Manuel.
I'm telling you.
Thanks,
Take
Manny.
it easy. Border problems continue. Joe Biden is to blame. Here's an update. Now, I want you to think about this. This is on CNN. CNN talking about this Venezuelan gang coming across the border.
Last several years, they have terrorized multiple South American countries. Police in the region say a Venezuelan gang known as Tren de Aragua has victimized thousands through extortion, drug and human trafficking, kidnapping, and murder. And now U.S. law enforcement, including Customs and Border Protection and the FBI, say the gang has made their way into the country.
The FBI El Paso can confirm that members of Tren de Aragua have crossed into the United States.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine that. They're here. Really? Wow.
I can't believe they're among the 11 to 17 million.
Oh, I can't believe that they're here for an opportunity to take advantage of people. FBI spokesman talked about just that.
They have followed the migration paths across South America to other countries and have set up criminal groups throughout South America as they follow those paths, and that they appear to have followed the migration north to the United States.
U.S. Border Patrol Chief Jason Owens, who has confirmed multiple arrests of alleged Tren de Aragua members over the last year, issued a warning in early April after reporting yet another arrest. Watch out for this gang, he said. It is the most powerful in Venezuela, known for murder, drug trafficking, sex crimes, extortion, and other violent acts.
And who can you blame for all of this?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Yep. It goes directly back to him keeping our borders open. We did not have this problem when Donald Trump was president. Nope. For those that say we did, you're an out-and-out liar, and the numbers do not lie.
Correct.
Just look at the numbers. They do not lie. No. Democrats can sell another story, but the truth of the matter is the numbers. The highest numbers that we had under Donald Trump was 500,000 people coming across for the year. We have had months where we've come up to close 500,000. Numbers do not lie. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Cold Brew Coffee Company. Find them in Hobbs, the only true cold brew coffee in the area. If you're looking for a start you up this morning, they have amazing coffee creations. And they also have Red Bull drinks to power you up. Try some of their sweet treats. And for lunch, they have delicious hearty lunch specials. They have incredible sweet treats and more. And, by the way, swing by or get in touch with DoorDash. You can use DoorDash. They will deliver. Cold Brew Coffee Company, 236 East Navajo Drive in Hobbs, Suite 1100, right across the street from Tractor Supply, right next to 2A Tactical. Cold Brew Coffee Company, amazing brews and bites. It's all waiting for you. We're going to get to things that happened on this date in history. 10 minutes away from 8. Chance to win cash is on the way. So when you buy a full-page New York Times ad, what's the cost of a full-page ad in the New York Times?
I'm going to say 5,000.
No, it's going to be upward of 20.
20 that much?
That's what I was thinking. 20, 25,000.
Same neighborhood.
So the actor, John Leguizamo, bought a full-page ad in the New York Times asking the Emmy voters to choose non-white artists.
What?
Yeah, to choose non-white artists when voting for the Emmys.
Okay.
So the Emmys and the Tonys are the same, right?
No, they're different. The Tonys are for stage.
Yeah. So Emmys are coming up, and he's asking, hey, we need more people of color to win for all these categories. So please choose non-white artists. Now, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Say I took out an ad as a Caucasian.
Okay.
Full-page ad, and said, please do not vote for any Hispanics or blacks. What would people say about me?
Well, you're racist.
Right.
Well, I'm going to say he's a racist. Why don't you look at the body of work and decide who's the best actor?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that the way it's supposed to work?
Yes. Whoever is the best in that category is the one that's supposed to win.
Wow. So he's saying don't vote for white people. I'm saying you're a racist. You and George Lopez ought to get together and, I don't know, barbecue or something. I think it would be awesome. All right, 877-396-W105752. Things that happened on this date in history. Up next, Tom in the text.
All right, Chuck from Hobbs saying, 13 years old monument in New Mexico had a brick factory. I worked there, and one day bricks come out of the kiln very hot, and wore on the fingerprints off my cotton gloves. And I went home with blisters on every finger. I don't think I could go back to the next day, says Chuck from Ops this morning. Mm-hmm. And B, this text saying the largest job I had was at a hometown Tire Pro, 6 years, shortly 8 hours a day, and a car wash in Roswell, says the texter. Okay. And Tom, you sound like you're mumbling again. Do you have a teleprompter?
I definitely couldn't understand him. See, when I talk to the mic,
I'm right on top of it.
I'm right up in top this mic.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna turn it this way then.
Your problem is you turn away from the mic and you're over here,
I'm
and then
right
you're
on top
here.
of it. Tell them, Drake. I'm
now,
top of it.
now you are.
See, I'm top
now.
of it.
They can watch the video, Tom. It was up above you, and you were talking up to it.
I brought it down a little bit. Dan, John from you is Tom. You sound like you're mumbling through the teleprompter, just like your president does. It's bad enough that you mangle the text. Don't you have to mumble them too? Says John from Eunice this morning. No, not really. I mean, it's
Hey, the guy's
getting
going
late.
on vacation soon. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't you just get back from vacation? Remember,
No.
you came. You
Yes.
went on vacation and then you missed a week when you came back on vacation.
No,
Yes.
because I got sick. I got COVID.
You didn't
Am
have COVID.
am I making this up? You did not have COVID, by the way.
I did.
By the way, Tom, the hospital, the paper said you did not have COVID.
Well, I'll show it to you. I'll bring it again. I'll show it to you.
Well, why don't you
COVID.
go back and listen to the show where you said they told you that you had something else?
Yeah,
Right.
well.
You just make
Respiratory-
stuff up.
Respiratory stuff.
You and Joe ought to get together. You guys should have a barbecue. I think it would be awesome.
No, but I'm going to see my daughter. I haven't seen her in
And by the
3 years.
way, I would give you both lighter fluid to play with. I think it would be yeah, I think it'd be good. All right, 5 minutes away from 8. National Anthem and the Pledge coming up next. We got to get to things that happened on this date in history. Being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range. Find them 236 East Navajo, Suite 1200. Veteran-owned and operated, the largest firearms dealer around. State-of-the-art indoor firing range. You will not find another firing range like this in southeast New Mexico. Climate-controlled, it's very nice. They also have the Milo FBI training simulator. You can live fire or shoot with the laser, over 1,000 different scenarios. Lots of ammo in stock, lots of accessories. They've got optics, of course, lots of guns, a lot of guns, and tactical gear, all available. By the way, you can join monthly membership for the indoor firing range or pay by the hour. And if you need classes, if you're a first-time firearm owner and need classes, they offer first-time shooters, they offer you group setting or one-on-one. Not a problem. 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, 2A Tactical Range.com for more information. America's first known earthquake shook Plymouth Colony on this date in 1638. They were shaking, Tom. They were shakers, not Quakers. Okay?
If Taylor Swift would have
Captain-
been there, they would have shaken it off.
There you go. Captain James Cook, commander of the British ship Endeavour, discovered the Australian Greater Barrier Reef in 1770. Tom, how did he discover that?
He was on a boat.
True. How did he discover it?
He said, look, there's a reef over there. Let's don't get wrecked into it.
No, he ran aground.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I got the ground.
Okay.
1895, world's first auto race was held.
Indianapolis 500.
I don't think that was it, Tom.
No.
Sir Barton won the Belmont Stakes on this date in 1919. Became the first pony to win the Triple Crown. World War II, sugar rationing began. It came to an end on this date in 1947. By the way, before then, we became much healthier without the sugar. Julia Roberts, Keith Sutherland called off their wedding 96 hours before it was supposed to take place. 1991. Paul McCartney. What's that, Blake?
No, that was Tom.
There, go ahead. Go ahead, B.
Paul McCartney married Heather Mills on this date in
Big
2002.
mistake. Yeah, it was a big mistake.
By the way, that was like Pearl Harbor Day for Beatle fans. Yeah.
We had reminiscence of John and Yoko.
She didn't have a leg to stand on.
Oh, Tom with the funny.
Tom.
What?
She was all right, okay? And I do mean all right. Shia LaBeouf.
Her nickname was Eileen.
Yeah. Yes. Shia LaBeouf is 38 today.
Really?
Peter Dinklage.
Yes. He is
of Game of Thrones is 55.
He is the dwarf. In Game of Thrones.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's played in a lot of other good movies. He's a good actor.
I mean, I was going to say that, Blake, but I came up short. Dr. Oz is 64 today.
Lost
he can
to John Fetterman.
If you have a copay. Yeah.
He lost to John Fetterman.
Yes. Joe Montana, 68 years old. I'll wait. Go ahead, Tom.
Montana.
Joe. Go ahead.
4-time Super Bowl champion.
That's it?
That's it?
And
Rain Man, you're disappointing me
and
today.
He's known for the catch when he threw the back of the end zone to Dwight Clark in the 1981 NFC Championship game against the Cowboys. That began their dynasty, by the way. The Cowboys were on the way.
Former CNN and Fox News host Greta Van Susteren.
Right.
Is 70 years old. By the way, her face is 27.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. There's certainly worse. And in her case, definitely made her look worse. Frank Beard is 75 years
Who is
old.
he, Tom?
Frank Beard. I know the guy. God.
I mean, it's kind of weird that somebody from ZZ Top, his last name is Beard, isn't he?
He's the only one without a beard.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Tom, name a song from ZZ Top.
I
don't think that was one.
Cheap Sunglasses, LaGrange, Pearl Necklace, Tube Snake Boogie.
Bunch of good ones.
Yeah, on and on. Legs. Sharp Dress Man.
I mean, they had many.
I know that. Sharp Dress Man.
All right, 801.
Wait, I got one more for you. This is
105.1 FM. Tom, let's check the weather quickly. Being brought to you by WWRV, 3RV Parks. And one great place to rest. If you're a worker and looking for a place in Carlsbad, they have 3 lots, 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available. All utilities included with one low price, and that does include high-speed internet wired right to your hookup. They're pet-friendly, very well lit up, and a great place to rest. Check them out, www.rv3.com or 988-0392. Call them today for details. 91, it's sunny today, clear tonight, 64. 94 tomorrow, maybe some more rain coming, maybe Friday night. I'll get you updated with everything going on with the forecast and news on the way. National anthem and the pledge still to come. Tom on the text first.
You know, are they going to blame fracking for the first earthquake too? This text is asking, right?
They could.
And how do you know the numbers of people coming are accurate? Ask this text. If immigrants are coming illegally, how do we know? This texter's asking.
Those numbers come from the Border Patrol, and they have multiple ways to track.
They do, and they're estimates. They're not hard.
They're not spot on. And look, their estimates, some are saying much more.
Yes.
Instead of 11 million, they're saying 17 million.
Mm-hmm. So there's your range, 11 to 17.
And Toby from Hagerman is asking, "How, Kevin, can you not hear Blake and Tom talking? You're walking over them?" Ask the text.
Sometimes we have a delay.
Right.
Sometimes we have a delay.
And this text is asking, is white not a color?
Yes. It's all colors.
Yeah.
By the way, I do know this much. We're all red in the inside.
Or pink.
Or yellow. I like yellow
So
watermelon.
not yellow.
Yellow.
I like
You're
yellow.
jaundice?
I like
You're
yellow watermelon.
jaundice?
No, I was talking about yellow watermelon.
We're pink and red on the inside. Cut us open.
Why are we talking about watermelon when we're talking about people?
No, you said we're all red inside, and I thought yellow watermelon.
All, meaning all of us.
No, that just tells you where his thought process goes.
Oh, my God.
And another text asking, who did Tom vote for? I didn't vote for who I wanted for. That's for sure.
He wanted to vote for Putin, but, Putin was not on,
And then he got mad that he couldn't vote for somebody in Washington State.
Yeah.
I think we need to change the rules, boys.
No.
I think it's fine the way it is.
You need to vote in the district you live in.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, the district didn't
All
have
right,
all the
jury
candidates I wanted.
deliberations going on Hunter Biden case. So you think they'll come up with a decision today?
They might.
This trial's done pretty fast. It was not even a week.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
They
I think
might.
it starts
I mean,
every
they got the case and started deliberating yesterday afternoon. So it is possible that they could come up with something.
It could. So we shall see. 8:04. Let's get updated with news. First, though, we got to do our national anthem and our pledge. Being brought to you by Rebecca Long, 575-393-2661, 40-plus years serving Southeast New Mexico as a Farmers Insurance agent. Started when she was 19 years of age and still loves helping people. Call her 575-393-2661. She can take care of all your insurance: home, auto, boats, recreational vehicles, commercial insurance, life insurance. She can bundle it together to save you a lot of money. Let her look at your insurance. She's the expert. Let her look at the insurance, make sure that you're properly insured, and come up with a plan. 575-393-2661. Call Rebecca Long today. Proud sponsor of the National Anthem and the Pledge on W105.
Hi, I'm Landry from College Lane Elementary in Hobbs, New Mexico, and I will say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From Matthew 7 this morning, God wants us to bless us and he also wants to lead us, and he also wants to teach us and guide us.
Hi, my name is Jose Luebno. I work for Trudeau Oil. Would you please join us in saying the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
808, still to come. Puerto Rican Day in New York City. They are not happy with Joe Biden. They are not happy, but they kind of like Donald Trump. We'll get to that coming up when we return. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 Norpain and Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, and shotguns. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And ladies, they're encouraging you, thinking about personal protection. They have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. Stop and see the expert staff today at Zia Guns. Look for the big yellow building, 1907 Norpain and Roswell. Closed Saturday, always open on Sunday. 91, it's sunny today. Clear tonight, down to about 64. 94 and sunny for Wednesday. Thursday up to 99. And on Friday night, we do have a chance of maybe some more showers. 8:09, we're going to get you updated with all the news. Stand by to qualify for the cash. News being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale, settling big cases like a $10 million case in the patch, $9 million case in the medical malpractice field, and also selling a lot of car accidents, slip and falls, that type of thing, any type of personal injury. Luke Ragsdale is the guy. 575-208-5300. Follow him on the web, ragsdalelawfirm.com. We're going to qualify you for the cash. News up next, 810 W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents the Cash Blowout Contest on W105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Deliberations resume at Hunter Biden's federal gun trial in Wilmington, Delaware. They got started behind closed doors for about an hour yesterday.
Jurors have to decide if Hunter Biden lied on a gun form in 2018 when he said that he was not addicted to drugs. They say that he committed 3 different felonies. 2 of those felonies deal with false statements. One deals with possession of that gun in 2018.
Fox's David Spund, the vice president of Malawi in southeastern Africa, is killed in a plane crash.
Solos Chilima is among 10 people dead after their plane came down in the country's mountainous north. President Lazarus Chakwera made the announcement, adding there were no survivors. It took more than a day for 600 rescue workers to find the wreckage.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Stocks are lower to start the day on Wall Street. America's listening to Fox News.
Summertime values as hot as the season this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Like top sirloin steak, boneless family pack, $5.99 a pound. Center cut pork chops, $2.99 a pound. In produce, get cantaloupe for just 99 cents each, and the big red ripe strawberries, a 2-pound pack, just $2.99. And June is dairy month, so get big dairy savings like Chobani Greek yogurt, 4 for just $5. Coffee Mate creamers, 32 ounce, $3.98. And win a trip to go to Nashville and see Chris Young and one of the largest fireworks shows in the United States, brought to you by Craven Foods. Get all the Craven values, the ice cream sandwiches, pizzas, cream pies, and check the QR code in this week's flyer. Find these values and hundreds of others all week long, where the deals are as hot as the season at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where they still carry your groceries out.
You've imagined that perfect home, designed it in your mind. At Destiny Real Estate, it's dreams that we provide. We buy or sell residential ranches, lots and more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
If you're looking to rent, please join our website at www.destinyluxuryrental.com. I've got everything from a little 2-bedroom all the way up to a 10,000 square foot home with an indoor swimming pool. Again, that's destinyluxuryrental.com. And I'm needing some more homes. If you're wanting to make a little extra income, just give me a call. Rhonda Burns, 575-257-3000. At Destiny Real Estate, our business is built on dreams and imagination. Telephone 575-257-3000.
Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more. Call Rhonda Burns at Destiny and let her tell you more.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services, from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells, as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
You're invited June 15th in downtown Artesia, New Mexico to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Permian Basin's oil and gas industry, marked by the success of Illinois No. 3 well in 1924. Enjoy a day filled with a patriotic equipment parade, food trucks, water slides, live music, an oil field cook-off, snow cones, oil field Olympics, and more. For more information, visit artesiachamber.com or call 575-746-2744. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
The City of Champions Professional Rodeo is headed to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds June 13th, 14th, and 15th. Gates open at 5:30. The rodeo begins at 7 p.m. nightly. Enjoy front row family fun, a calf scramble for the kids, the rankest bulls and broncos on the circuit, as well as full concessions, food trucks, and New Mexico's own Blackcock Brewery on site. Let's help them get a full house every night at the upcoming City of Champions Professional Rodeo, coming to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds June 13th, 14th, and 15th. Gates open at 5:30. Rodeo starts at 7 p.m. nightly. Thank you to sponsors Tate Branch Auto Group, Kubota, Amigo Machinery in Roswell, and Benny's Western Wear in Artesia. Early bird tickets are only $10 and are available at Benny's Western Wear and Tate Branch in Artesia, as well as Kubota, Amigo Machinery in Roswell. Gate tickets will be $12, or you can buy them online by finding the ticket link on the City of Champions Professional Rodeo's Facebook page.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Welcome to B in the Breakfast Club. Don't underestimate B. Oh, that's his wife's job.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Call or text now 877-396-W105 to talk to B and the Breakfast Club.
Now that is the savage son of a beast I know and love.
Another day in paradise. Oh, my God. What's going on now? I just got a message from Capital One, but it won't let me in the account, so I can't see it.
Why?
Tell me if you hack me again. That's all. I still don't have a debit card, so please let me know. Whew.
Maybe they hacked the new one that you don't have yet.
Yeah, maybe, because last time I checked, it was, I guess I need to track it. I'll deal with that once I'm off the air. Kansas City Zoo temporarily evacuated when a brown bear, Syrian brown bear, apparently decided the zoo life was not for him.
Was he headed for the circus?
Yeah, actually tunneled out of the enclosure.
Wow, imagine that. A wild animal who burrows in a den could actually dig out.
Wow.
You would think they would take that into account.
I can't blame her. I mean, because nobody wants to live in Kansas. Actually, I love Kansas. Kansas is a beautiful state.
You know,
it is.
I've done quite a few gravel bicycle events in Kansas, and that's where some of that used to be called the Dirty Kansas. Now it's something unlimited. I don't remember what it's called when corporate took it over. But anyway, there's in the Flint Hills on the eastern side of Kansas, there's a lot of cycling, and it's not flat like people think.
Right.
There are.
I love Kansas and Missouri. Yeah. They both are just beautiful. The bear definitely wasn't Dorothy, and she didn't think there was no place like home in Kansas, so she got the hell out. Harry Dent, outspoken financial author and economist, isn't reversing course, saying the crash of a lifetime is coming. He declared that this past December and said, just wait, it is going to come.
Well,
and I do believe that the crash is coming.
I do too.
Look, they changed the metric on how they decide if there's a recession.
Mm-hmm. We're in a recession.
It used to be, one thing, and now they added jobs to that.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're creating jobs, they say, well, it's not a recession.
We are in a recession.
What is it? Job growth is the only thing they were economic growth was the only thing they were looking at before. And then they added jobs to that metric to try to change it up so it looked better.
Mm-hmm. Well, and again, we are in a recession.
Yes.
Look, anytime you have 20% inflation of groceries and everything else, I mean, when you start looking at the cost of your goods and services and you don't take out those mainstay things to figure the cost of inflation, which is why they've only got the rate that they've got, because they don't count groceries and they don't count gas and they don't count that kind of stuff in there, right? But when your pocketbook, it costs you $11,000 more a year to live right now than it did in 2020.
Well,
that's
they said $11,000 more. I mean, that's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
So the definition back in the day of a recession, say we were back, when's the last recession we had?
I have to say what?
The 90s.
90s.
Yeah. The last recession we had was when the GDP falls 2 consecutive quarters.
Yep.
That was the definition of a recession. By the way, we are now 6 consecutive quarters.
Well, and they do all these weird adjustments now to try to make the president not look bad.
Right.
So you can't even you got to look at the unadjusted numbers if you really want to figure out what's going on.
And then they changed that metric to say, well, we're going to add jobs to that. So that kind of, but it's like unemployment numbers. Unemployment numbers are not a good barometer to decide if things are great, because a lot of people will never go back to work.
Right.
It's just, so I would rather look at how many people are participating in the workforce. That's a better way of looking at the numbers to decide how many people are actually working in America.
Yes, workforce participation numbers are a better indicator.
Yeah. TMZ reporting Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck's divorce is coming down the pike. Yep. They are selling their $60 million Beverly Hills home. They have been saying that, though, that the divorce was coming. And then you see them out together. So God only knows. Kristen Stewart is going to star and co-produce in The Challenger, a limited series about the American female astronaut.
Oh, yeah.
Sally Ride. You know what? If you would have never said in this story, I had no idea. I saluted Sally Ride because she was a first female astronaut.
And teacher.
Right.
Thank you for that, Tom. And teacher.
Well, and Kristen Stewart, she was that girl in the sparkly vampire movies.
Right.
Right.
And her acting ability is one look. Like it's puzzled all the time. Like every you could tell her to be happy or sad or whatever, and she would still have this puzzled look on her face.
Yeah.
I don't.
But did you know that she was a member of the LGBTQ community?
No.
Sally Ride? Did you know that?
No.
And I didn't know that either. And, to be honest, I didn't have to know.
And I didn't care. I don't care.
I don't care either. But, yeah, they're going to make sure that's part of the movie. Sally Ride going into space as the first lesbian. Yep.
Okay. I mean, who cares? I mean, it's a sexual preference.
Yeah.
Nobody.
For all these years, I didn't know that fact.
And it mattered not one bit.
I thought highly of Sally Ride. And by the way, today, when I find out she's a lesbian, I still think highly of her.
Right.
I didn't have to know that information. Great.
I don't care what goes on in people's bedrooms. That's between themselves and their partners.
Tom,
But she was
new
married.
study.
Who cares? I mean,
And a teacher.
I get it. That
you know she was a teacher?
I did know she was a teacher, yes.
What about Emmitt Smith? You know about Emmitt Smith?
I think he is the all-time leading rusher.
Wow. Orale, Pepe. New study says that a planet-friendly diet made mostly of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains reduces the risk of premature death by a third in people.
That study's been out for a while.
And drastically cuts the release of the greenhouse gases. And I'm going to call bull hockey, because if you eat too much vegetables and fruit, it can get you gassy too.
Well, yeah, I mean, eat cruciferous vegetables. You'll find out if you get gassy.
Yes. I mean, I'm just thinking, go ahead and eat some cabbage and broccoli and come back at me. But, look, anybody, you eat whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I eat a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of vegetables, but I eat meat. I like meat. Sorry. I kind of enjoy meat. I kind of miss a lot of beef right now. So
there you go. Well, and again, it's Americans don't eat enough fruits and vegetables, and that's part of our health problems.
And you know what I should eat more of is fish. I should eat more fish. And by God, my wife and them eat fish all the time. I should eat more fish.
Catfish. They got catfish down there?
Tom, no catfish. It's salt water. Catfish or fresh water.
You mean you can't swim in salt water?
God. You don't know the difference between fresh water and...
Did you really ask that?
No, for real. I mean, I thought fish could swim in any water.
Let's go, Pepe.
Well, I didn't know.
Wow.
Man, believe me, I believe that. California police officers save a choking 8-year-old boy. El Monte police officers recently saved an 8-year-old boy's life as he was choking on a piece of candy.
Oh, man.
It happened a couple days ago. The candy was actually blocking his airways.
Mm-hmm.
When the officers got there, they saved a day. Saved his life.
You know, a lot of law enforcement agencies now carry this new tool called Suck It. It's kind of a suction cup thing. And you put it over the mouth, and they suck out whatever's...
No, Tom, that's just what they told you to do.
No, I mean, really. I mean, haven't seen the commercial for it?
It's called a life vac.
Yes, life vac.
What it's called. But you just called it a sucker. Did you just call it a sucker?
He said he's called it a suck it.
Suck it.
Oh, suck it.
That's what they told him to do.
They suck it out.
Did you just call it the suck it?
That's what they called it. Yeah.
Well, I thought that's what they said. They sucks it, whatever's choking them out of your system. Out of your mouth.
Thank you.
You know, Sally Ride, I just want to correct this. She wasn't a teacher.
What was she?
You're thinking about the lady that died on the Challenger.
Oh, the Challenger. Right.
Blake, you're 100% wrong. She was a teacher.
Where?
Well,
no. I'm messing with you. Yeah.
Who was the lady on the Challenger?
Yeah, I can't remember.
She was a
her
teacher,
name.
though.
Yeah, well, she was a teacher.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Sally Ride wasn't a teacher.
No.
But she was a lesbian, damn it. Get it right. California Democrats playing dirty tricks to keep Prop 47 reform off the ballot. GOP leaders are saying, what is Prop 47?
That was a crime bill, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I thought that was a crime bill. That was a 3 strikes bill, maybe?
I think so.
So they're trying to keep it off the ballot. They don't want it on the ballot.
Well, they don't want to hold
Oh, it
criminals
was,
accountable.
they didn't charge you, like if you broke into somebody's house and stole less than $950,
right?
Not a problem. I mean, slap on the. I mean, can't we forget they broke in somebody's house? Okay. Rio Rancho man accused of trying to kill his adult son. Attempted murder charges coming his way. Police say they received a report of a man identified as Vicente Bustamante yelling and shooting a gun into a home in Rio Rancho, close to the Rio Rancho Event Center. And supposedly he was very upset with his son.
Well, yeah, I would guess so if he was shooting at the
So he was
house.
charged with attempted murder and two counts of child abuse because his grandkids were there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Boy, I mean, when you lose it, you really do lose it. Unbelievable.
Wow.
The Olympic Games, ISIS, talking about maybe there'll be a threat to the Olympic Games.
Here we go. I can't imagine them doing that.
Could the Eiffel Tower be a site?
They've got the Olympic rings across it. Have you guys seen those? The Olympic rings? Yeah, they've been the same for a long time. They stretched them across the bottom of the Eiffel Tower.
And by the way, ISIS is now pretty good with, like, drones. Could it be a drone attack?
Could be.
Yeah.
It's Europe.
I hate to say it, but with all the people that we have led in this country, I pray to God that we don't have that type of attack.
That's right. Well, in France, where the Olympics are this year,
Paris,
they've done the same thing. That's why they had, this week, overwhelming, like super overwhelming political failure on the part of the administration that's there. The people said, no more. Go back to the way that it was. And so they called for a snap election where they dismissed the parliament. Wow.
My buddy from Germany said that the Green Party in Germany is getting ready to be taken out of power because the Green Party wants to tell you what to eat, what to drive, kind of like, the Democratic Party.
Right.
What to eat, what to drive. They're very pro-immigration. And shut up, you're the worker bee, pay the taxes so we can give the money away. Yeah. And he said they're about to be overturned. By the way, New York City yesterday, Puerto Rican Day was going on. And Hispanics were out in numbers. And so, we heard the brand new numbers about the mass deportations that, 55% of Hispanics said they have no problem with deporting illegal immigrants. Here are Puerto Ricans. Tom, they would be Hispanic, right?
Yes.
They fall under the umbrella, correct?
Yes, because my ex-wife was Puerto Rican.
Yeah. What language do they speak, Tom?
If they get mad at you, that's the way they speak it.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, you just blew everyone's speakers.
Yes. That sounded kind of Arabic to me.
I didn't understand
Just
it
to be
either when
honest.
she was yelling at me.
Yeah, just to be honest. You probably pissed her off a lot. It's just a hunch. But here's what the Puerto Ricans had to say about the illegal migrants coming to the United States.
About the open border. Close it and send everybody back home.
Too many dangerous people out there to be roaming around free.
Biden better shut the border down, otherwise Donald Trump's going to take your seat.
I'm the best thing that ever happened to Puerto Rico.
What's going on with the migrant crisis?
This country is open for everyone, but do it the right way.
This country doesn't even look like America no more. It looks like Venezuela.
You have to take care of your house before anything.
People got to live, but at the same time, y'all the city up.
I don't think they were happy. And you know who else they're not happy with? They're not really happy with Joe Biden. Here's what they had to say about Jabbering Joe.
What has Joe Biden done for the Latinos?
Nothing.
Not a mother thing. Nothing at all.
Coming from the top of my head, I'm gonna give it 100. I haven't heard one thing.
Not a damn thing.
He doesn't feel like we're important enough for us to do anything for us.
He hasn't done.
Wow.
Puerto Ricans, are they going to back Donald Trump? Look, he's coming off the Bronx. Went down there, had a rally at the Bronx. How many people showed up at that rally? I mean, the numbers were huge.
Yeah, it was thousands.
I mean, numbers were huge, but here's what the Puerto Ricans had to say about Donald Trump.
A lot of Latinos say they're voting for Donald Trump. Are you?
I am.
Hell yeah! So Trump.
If I say yes, my friends are going to kick my ass when I get back home.
Donald Trump did a great job in office.
Trump did way more than Biden did.
People don't like Trump because he speaks the truth, and we Puerto Ricans speak the truth.
Maybe it's time for a felon to be in office.
There you go. So I need that T-shirt. I'm voting for a felon.
Well,
I need it.
There you go.
So I'm hoping to get it. All right. Looks like a porch pirate tried to steal a package. FedEx driver. I mean, he put it down. Blake, you saw the video, right?
Yes. He got like 5 steps.
Put it down like in seconds. The guy just grabs it and.
Yes.
What the heck?
It's like he was following the FedEx truck around.
Yeah. Porch pirates stealing stuff. How do you stop that?
Bang, bang, pew, pew.
No, well, yeah.
Put a tracer on it.
Biden's approval rating hits a all-time low. 37% approval rate. How do you get elected president at 37%?
You might as well just keep that handy, just that first sentence, because you could probably do that every week from now on.
Yeah, I agree. Numbers aren't good. And a park ranger died in a freak accident while helping visitors during an annual festival. Ranger Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah died Friday, sustaining injuries while working with visitors during the annual event. National Park Service said 78-year-old park ranger Tom Lorig was working at the Visitors Center at 11:30 p.m. on Friday, directing shuttle buses, and fell. He had his head on a large rock.
Ow.
Had been a park ranger for 40 plus years. Crazy. God bless. Doing what he loved at 78 years of age. I mean, think about it. Joe Biden can barely walk.
I'm telling you, those freak accidents will get you.
Yeah, not good. All right, check of the weather. Then we're going to get right into the boob of the day. Check of the weather being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror times 1 times 5 times 10 magnification LED lights. It is the best makeup mirror on the market anywhere in the world. True story. Local inventor Rebecca Long from Lee County, New Mexico, put together the Atlas Makeup. She had the idea. With the help of engineers, she put this thing together. And it is the best makeup mirror anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. I don't know if you've seen the Vogue magazine ad that was in there. You've seen the TV advertisements. I mean, this is the best makeup mirror in the world. And you could find Rebecca in Hobbs, New Mexico. Give her a call, 575-631-3189, 575-631-3189. Go to atlasmakeupmirror.com to order right there off the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. Sunny skies today, 91, clear tonight, 64, 94 coming up tomorrow. Looks like maybe some rain coming up Friday, probably Friday night. Tom, we're going to get to you with the text messages in just a second. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. They'd love to talk to you. If you're living in pain, they do have a solution, a natural remedy. That's what functional medicine is all about. Look, they offer stem cell therapy, ozone therapy, and hormonal optimization. If you are living with low testosterone, go in there and get that blood work done and find out what is going on. Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
Well, my choices were earlier the woman in Roswell with no pants or this guy. A homeless man in Florida wearing a woman's blouse and no pants who, quote, wanted to kill everyone intentionally drove a vehicle through the Martin County Jail, authorities said. Joseph Leedy, 40, drove a car through the doors of the Martin County Jail lobby last Tuesday night. And images released by the sheriff's office show a Toyota halfway inside the jail building with the doors ripped off. Now, after the crash, Leedy got out of the car wearing a female blouse and, like I said, no pants. He allegedly poured motor oil on the floor and said he wanted to set it on fire.
Man.
He continued making homicidal statements about police officers and expressed his desire to, quote, kill everyone while he threw rubber snakes on the floor and fought with deputies and fire rescue personnel, authorities said. Now, the crash caused thousands of dollars worth of damage to the building, but the car was only able to get about halfway in, and no one was standing in the lobby at the time. Leedy was restrained and taken to a hospital where he was uncooperative. Imagine that, they said. And then after the hospital, he was taken back to jail. Now, he's been charged with 4 counts of aggravated assault on law enforcement officers and criminal mischief of over $1,000. So, let me run this down. Crashing through the doors of the jail, wearing a lady's blouse, no pants, pouring motor oil on the floor, and tossing around rubber snakes, you are the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Tom.
J.R.
They are
DePorto.
offering a COVID flu combination vaccine. You can run out and get that. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. Another body found in Sunland Park. We'll get you updated with that. And they are releasing hundreds of pages about O.J. Simpson and the murder investigation.
FBI is releasing those documents.
Man with a knife threatens McDonald's workers in Massachusetts. We'll get to that. And the Supreme Court confirms a murder conviction. We'll talk about that. And a loyal dog. Is that your good news story of the day, Blake?
Little doggy
no,
in the
I don't
window.
have that one.
All right, so I'll do that story about the very loyal dog. I'm just saying, you will not find a cat doing something like this. Cats, they're just not wired that way. Dogs, very loyal.
Yes.
Cats, not so much. Tom on the text quickly so we can take a break.
All right, J.R. DePorto was saying, Sally Ride was on the Challenger, and she was a teacher. I'm pretty sure she wasn't a part of the LGBTQ because it wasn't founded yet.
Okay, now people mistake her for Christy McAuliffe.
Who was the
teacher.
Yes.
Okay, now, the thing that Sally Ride was involved with is she was on both the Columbia Accident Investigation Board and the Challenger Disaster Board.
Right.
But she actually died because she had pancreatic cancer.
Died Monday.
She died in 2012. She didn't die Monday.
Well, this text says she died on Monday of pancreatic cancer.
No. She died in 2012.
Okay.
Tom, did you know they did that song about her? Ride, Sally, Ride. Did you know that? That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. You should go listen.
You knew that?
That's an older song, man. That came out before she ever died. Come on now.
You can't get nothing over this guy.
Good. What were you saying, B? I'm sorry.
No, I said nothing. Go ahead.
Guys, I don't. Good morning. I don't remember the name of the place, but it was still the pickle plant in Colorado. It was the nastiest thing I've ever done, I can say. And I worked in the oil field, playing oil. Man, when I used to clean your pickle tank, just imagine things in there like bird bugs, rats, and mice, because rats are bigger than mice. But the best job I have I ain't drinking long, but I deliver tires. I like the customer service. Barcelona job I've had is being crazy like Tom A. The reason I say that is because I talk to myself and answer myself and fight with myself. Nobody ever wins, but it's just fun to do so. Says the texter.
Do you think so, Tom?
I don't argue with myself, do I?
No, he definitely argues with himself.
And didn't Sally Ride inspire some song? Now, come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Ride, Sally, Ride. I mean, that was her song.
On your mystery ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And got hit by a porch pirate. I wonder if they will be stupid enough to take my 24-hour piss test for me, too. map out.
You better hope not, because that could come back even worse.
Yeah, that would probably be worse.
And it was Kristen McAuliffe, NASA, who was the teacher on that ride.
Yep.
Yeah.
And guys, guess what? This is Tom and saying he's Tony in the cap shop said there are catfish in the ocean. They're called croakers. Geez, you guys are killing me. That's Tony in the cap shop.
There are ocean catfish, but that's not what Tom was talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So.
No, you didn't.
You know, guys, like it says in the scriptures, love the person, hate the sin.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that.
Texture. And B, what's the take on Dr. Phil's map of the Chinese buying land around our military bases?
True story.
That's the text.
We've talked about that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we just seem to allow it. We just say, and look, this has been going on for a long time. The Chinese actually, are they the second largest landowners?
Yes.
Is it second or third? Bill Gates is number one.
Yeah, and then they flip-flop with the Catholic Church.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Catholic Church and
That was a lot
China.
too.
So,
and personally, I think the U.S. needs to be like a lot of other countries, like the one that Kevin is in right now.
You can't own property.
You can't own property if you're a foreign national.
So me and the wife, we come to, this is the way we do it. She owns the land.
Right.
I own the house. So we have a place up in the mountains that maybe we'll build on. And, she owns a lot. I own the house. That way we both have skin in the game.
Right.
And next year, remember, on your 10th anniversary, she can get everything that she wants.
What difference does that make?
I'm just
She
saying.
can get everything that she wants with what?
If you divorce her next year.
Why would you try to jinx me like that?
Why is that even the thing that comes to your brain?
I get it, because misery loves comfort. Right? That's why.
No, you remember you kept saying that after 10 years that she, you no longer have to, take care of her, right? Or something like that? You're not responsible for her?
You sponsor somebody in the United States, for 10 years, you're responsible for them, come hell or high water.
Right.
That's the way it's supposed, because immigrants are not supposed to come to the United States and get on benefits. But that went away a long, long time ago. All right, 8:45. We got to take a break. Keep you updated with news. News this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, trusted name across southeast New Mexico. Exceptional construction and siding services. Looking for somebody to take care of the hail damage on your roof? They can do that. They offer, of course, shingle roofs and metal roofs, metal buildings, commercial and industrial. Maybe you had some damage done to the siding of your home. They can handle that too. Put in brand new windows. Give your home a complete facelift. Call them today, 575-391-1430. Go to the website, SeminoleSidingAndConstruction.com. We're coming right back, 8:46, being the Breakfast Club. Let's qualify you for the cash. News up next, W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents the Cash Blowout. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Getting the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Joe Miller. New Mexico Supreme Court ruling state regulators do have the power to set electric rates different from what a rural co-op proposes. Ruling centers on a New Mexico Public Regulation Commission to reject a Socorro Electric Cooperative proposal for $1.25 million rate increase and instead set a different rate structure. The co-op argued that the PRC can only approve or deny rate proposals but not decide the rate themselves. The justices disagreed, saying the PRC can review proposals as long as they get enough protest, and commissioners can fix unreasonable rates. Eddy County voters could play a pivotal role in the electing state leaders in the November general election based on data from the June 4 primary. In Eddy County, which leans Republican, 26% of the 27,300 persons eligible to vote cast ballots in the primary election. Republicans showed strong support for presidential candidate Donald Trump with 91% of the vote. Former U.S. House Rep Yvette Harrell also found favor among Eddy County Republicans, according to data from the New Mexico Secretary of State's office. About 1,200 acres of desert and scrubland in southern Carlsbad could become essential in addressing the city's lack of housing. The area off National Parks Highway across the road from the Cavern City Air Terminal was the site of a master plan community designed to host a population of 13,000 people, including homes, restaurants, and retail. Carlston Ranch was intended to capitalize on Carlsbad's boom and growth and subsequent need for workers and places to house them. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, MTD Radio News.
American Oil and Natural Gas provides a reliable energy solution, powers our economy, and ensures energy independence over foreign sources. As one of the country's leading producers, Coterra Energy has a responsibility to help meet these needs. They're growing their team and bringing on new team members who are passionate about energy and making a difference in the Permian Basin. New team members receive a sign-on bonus and have access to an incredible benefits package. To apply, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
Father's Day is June 16th. Shop the Working Guys store and save during our Father's Day sale. Now through June 16th, Dad would love a new pair of Oakleys. And right now, they're 10% off. Get up to 20% off select cinch shirts and jeans. And select FR shirts from Troco, Timberland, and Bulwark. 20% off. Why pay more? Shop the Father's Day sale now through June 16th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Why pay more? Get to the Working Guys store.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
Summertime values as hot as the season this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Like top sirloin steak, boneless family pack, $5.99 a pound. Center cut pork chops, $2.99 a pound. In produce, get cantaloupe for just 99 cents each, and the big red ripe strawberries, a 2-pound pack, just $2.99. And June is dairy month, so get big dairy savings like Chobani Greek yogurt, 4 for just $5. Coffee Mate creamers, 32 ounce, $3.98. And win a trip to go to Nashville and see Chris Young and one of the largest fireworks shows in the United States, brought to you by Craven Foods. Get all the Craven values, the ice cream sandwiches, pizzas, cream pies, and check the QR code in this week's flyer. Find these values and hundreds of others all week long, where the deals are as hot as the season at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where they still carry your groceries out.
Now back to the show.
Whoever said nothing is impossible is a liar. Tom A. has been successfully doing nothing for years.
While you were asleep, we simply took you to our little corner of heaven.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to B in the Breakfast Club.
Still to come, good news of the day on the way, 8:59. We are B and the Breakfast Club. Nice day today, up to about 91. Sunny skies in the forecast. Looks like a camel landed on a windshield of a car in an accident in India.
A camel?
Camel. Yeah, totally blown because, camel.
Wow.
Yeah. Camel.
You think you'd see that coming?
Yeah. Luckily, medical assistance provided to the injury to the animal. After hours of working on the poor creature, surgeons had to light up a Camel cigarette because it passed. On the windshield of a car. Doesn't say anything about the driver.
Before we move on, I want to talk about the Sally Ride songs real quick so everybody knows.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ride, Sally, Ride by Al Green, for those wondering, because we did have a question about that coming in. And I was thinking of the Blues Image song, Ride, Captain Ride, when I said Upon Your Mystery Ship. That's that one. And also the song that was made famous by Wilson Pickett, although that's not who wrote it, Mustang Sally, also apparently has some kind of tie to her. Which is
whatever.
My favorite version of Mustang Sally is from The Commitments. If you've ever seen that movie, about the Irish blues band.
Yeah, but how you know it?
You need to check it out. All right, Kevin. Sorry, I got us off track.
It's okay. New report coming out that actor Jared Leto, taking the thrilling role of regular life professor turned cat burglar. Can't wait for that.
He was in I don't remember, I think it was Suicide Squad, the first one.
Yes.
Where he was the Joker. And he didn't play a big part in it. It's a very small part, but he's actually a pretty good actor for most of his stuff.
Didn't he die pretty early in that movie?
No. He also played the lead role in Mobius, which was the living vampire. It's a Marvel movie.
Have you seen the new show on Netflix? What's it called? Paris Down Under, or about the sharks?
No.
It's actually pretty decent.
Is he in it?
No, he's not in it. But I'm always looking for new things to watch on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, when all my accounts got hacked, everything went away. My Amazon Prime, my Netflix. It took me all day Saturday to get that fixed.
Oh, wow.
Thank God that I got it fixed, because I watched TV one day.
Right.
Well, 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. That's it. Was able to get it fixed. Marquette University President Michael Lovell died Sunday in Rome after a 3-year battle with cancer. He was 57. I wonder why he was in Rome. Marquette is in Chicago, isn't it? Is that right?
Yes.
Marquette University.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And Katy Perry. Names are being tossed about replacing Katy Perry on American Idol. Pink, Miley Cyrus, Meghan Trainor, and Kelly Clarkson has said it won't be me.
Well, at least they're all considering only super far left women.
Right.
By the way, the name of the movie is Under Paris.
Under Paris.
I had to go back.
I'll have to go look.
I gotta go check it
out. Under Paris. It's about, and it was sharks that were in fresh water. So that we talked about catfish. Homeownership cost up 26% since the pandemic. 26%. And I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think most of that is not blamed on the pandemic, so to speak. Interest rate.
Yes, they've doubled.
Yeah.
Well, more
and the
than
cost of everything else has gone up. The cost of insurance, the cost of repairs.
And interest rates aren't coming down anytime soon.
No.
Now, if for some reason the Fed does step in before the election and lower interest rate, you know that they've been bought and paid for.
Yeah, well, they're doing that, and the Fed is supposed to be separate from the government.
Yes, and that's
independent is probably a better word. Blake, you can go out and get this. COVID, Moderna is releasing brand new information. COVID flu combination vaccine performs well in clinical trials. Well, at least they're doing clinical trials.
Huh.
But go out and get that today.
I don't think so. That sounds like a Tom thing.
You don't trust a Moderna? I mean,
I don't trust anybody that says a vaccine
and it's not a vaccine.
And it's not a vaccine.
Yeah. FBI releasing hundreds of pages about the O.J. Simpson murder investigation. Tom, what do you think's in there?
Probably pictures, diagrams of the murder. I don't think they're going to put anything gross in there.
Yeah, because they wouldn't do that for an investigation.
No,
right? They
I mean,
wouldn't actually have the
FBI is
truth.
investigating. They wouldn't put pictures in there. I mean, gross pictures.
I mean, he nearly took her neck off.
Did
her
he?
Head off. Yeah.
Did he?
Did you see the pictures?
Why are you saying that he's guilty when he was found not guilty?
Well, he's dead now. Who cares, right?
So let me ask you a question. Now that he's dead, do you believe he did it?
I think him and someone else did it.
You think it was two people?
Had to be. He was old, but he had arthritis. How could you overcome two young people? That don't make no sense to me.
Tom, I could kill two people today.
Okay.
I if you sneak up on people, surprise attack.
He'd had to get the drop on him. But you're talking about two very young, physical, fit people.
Was over 200 pounds,
right.
Was a professional football player. And he's not as strong as the Goldman kid?
No. Plus, he wasn't a killer, actually. The guy never killed nobody before.
Well, you just said that he did.
No, but before he wasn't a killer. It wasn't an assassin or nothing. May have
So
played
you think
one.
he just snapped?
I do. She rejected him at the restaurant. They were having dinner with friends, and she said, OJ, you got to go, bro.
Well, they were divorced. I know there are people out there that don't get the difference between, I'm divorced and not divorced.
Right.
But once they're divorced, she's free to do whatever the heck she wants.
Mm-hmm.
I would think.
So what you're saying is the juice didn't have the juice.
Yeah. I personally believe that O.J. Simpson killed both of them and have believed that for all these years.
I think that he was involved, but I think it was his son.
Jason?
Really?
Yes, because his son was a chef, had the same kind of knife, worked in that area, saw them there. It was known that he saw them there. And I think that OJ was trying to cover up for the son, who snapped, who has a history of
they
not
never
being
did find the
exactly
murder weapon.
Because he threw it away at the airport.
Yeah.
If the gloves don't fit, Tom.
Well, the prosecution played for the TV. That's why they lost.
Oh, the reason why they lost is because they got out attorneyed, out lawyered.
Yeah. They shouldn't have never let that guy put on those gloves. Are you kidding? It was over at that point.
So one mistake in a trial like that, and it's done.
Because I don't think, to tell you the truth, the DNA, I don't think those jurors ever understood it. I think they nullified that. I didn't understand when I was watching it.
And you know what? Johnny Cochran was smarter than
Marsha Clark.
Marsha Clark.
Marsha was busy on the side.
Yeah, she got things going on.
She was more concerned about after trial bedroom stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Sunland Park Fire Department finds another body. We did the story, I think it was yesterday. They had discovered 4 bodies over the weekend.
Yep.
So the problem with this is it's starting to heat up in the desert. And I would speculate that we're going to continue to find more dead bodies along the border because traffic coming through New Mexico is actually increasing.
Unfortunately.
So, according to U.S. Border Patrol, agents in the El Paso sector, which includes New Mexico, have rescued 669 individuals, recorded 74 deaths so far this fiscal year. Those were the numbers as of Friday. Yeah. Busy time in Sunland Park. Man with a knife threatens. No, it wasn't O.J. Simpson. Threatens a McDonald's customers and workers, terrorizing employees in Massachusetts. By the way, police have arrested him. When they got there, he was eating the fish fillet. Oh, wait, what is that called? The Filet-O-Fish. I'm sorry. Yeah. He'd already filleted the fish. Yes. And was holding the knife at the same time. Yeah. 877-396-W105. Did you see the tweet that went out? Bill Russell tweeted about the Boston game, the Celtics game. Problem is, Bill Russell has been dead for years.
Right.
Somebody tweeted that out, which also means that he had something in common with Biden. They've both been dead for years. Yeah. I thought that was weird, though, that he tweeted. I mean, Bill Russell's not with us anymore. Right. All right, 903. New Mexico Supreme Court confirms the murder conviction despite the defendant's concerns on the judge's actions. New Mexico Supreme Court upheld the first-degree murder conviction, and the Alamogordo man who killed another man who he found with his on and off again girlfriend. Christopher Humble appealed his conviction, claiming that the trial judge wrongfully denied a request for jury instructions on what is necessary under the law for a justifiable killing and self-defense. According to the news release from the court, State Supreme Court Justice David K. Thompson wrote the court concluded that the evidence offered in this case was not sufficient to warrant self-defense. So he killed the guy who was the boyfriend of his on-again, off-again girlfriend. I was thinking at that point it was probably off again, and he thought it was on again. Look, I understand it's difficult when you're in that type of relationship. You ever been in that type of relationship, Tom? It's hard to know when it's on and when it's off. It's very hard. Very hard.
What's that? That's my buzzer.
The buzzer? Thank you for that. All right, we're going to talk about a man caught driving a stolen car in Texas. I'll get to that coming up. Morning show being brought to you by Narstar Laundry, one stop for all your laundry needs. They offer dry cleaning, pressing, and starching. They also can take care of all your laundry. They can wash, dry, and fold all your clothes. And you can find them today in Carlsbad and in Loving. 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, and you can find them at 406 West Cedar, now in Loving. If you don't want them to take care of all your clothes, they have coin-operated machines at all three of their locations, and they're open 7 days a week. Tom and the text.
All right. Texas said, did that guy that was arrested at the McDonald's restaurant have his pants on? Asked the texter.
He did have his pants on.
Seems like we got a lot of stories today without pants.
Hey, Blake, agree with you on O.J. Simpson did it. I mean, I've always believed that his son did it, says the texter.
Yep.
And 13 million new people come to America, and all I can find is and I still can't find any laborers, asks the texter. He's looking for people to work.
There you go.
Look, a lot of these new people coming to America are not like the old people that came to America.
No, they're not coming to work.
Yeah, they're not coming to work. They're looking to see what they can get for free.
Right.
Continue, Tom.
And on the question of the day, what's the worst job and the longest job you've had? Worst one job, this text was saying, I had was repairing train tracks in 105-degree weather. Wow. He says this morning. Wow. Yeah, that is hot. Nick from the Pats, Jared Leto is also the lead singer.
30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars.
No.
In that band. Don't even know who he is. And this text, John Boy says, O.J. Simpson tweeted before he died, I did that poo-poo. He says this morning. He confessed before he died. All right, we'll see. And nearly 46 years in the oil patch. At 68, you know what, guys, I'm still going, too, says the texter. Well, good for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm watching on the screen the Hunter Biden trial. Yeah. And all of a sudden, police car, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black Chevys pull up to the front of the courthouse. 5. Hunter Biden. 5. And who's paying for that?
We
Would that
are.
be us?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And why? And shouldn't he have to be in the courtroom while the jury deliberates?
Well,
That's the whole
he's
deal, right?
He's just coming into the courtroom. So evidently, maybe the verdict has reached. The verdict has been reached.
Wow.
And they're calling Hunter Biden back in. That is fairly quick. There are 2 rules of thoughts.
Mm-hmm. He's innocent, or he's been acquitted.
So
Most of the time, quick means that he's guilty, right?
Really? Most of the time, yes.
Most of the time. Yeah. Wow.
Why was he allowed to leave the courtroom during deliberation?
I don't know, but all of a sudden you could see them flying by with the police and then 5 Chevy Suburbans.
Huh.
And why are they allowed to park in front of the courthouse?
He's the president's son.
Oh, who cares?
Who cares?
Verdict reached, says the breaking news.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
We don't know yet, though.
They haven't announced it yet.
We're looking for it right now.
All right, guys, let's put something on it. $20 says he's innocent.
I'll take that. I I will bet you $20 they don't say he's innocent.
They acquit him. I bet you $20. What do you say, B?
Why are you betting with Biden? You damn Democrat.
No, I'm just saying that jury's going to not convict him.
By the way, I see all the press running in right now.
Well, let's take our break, and then we come back.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's take a break, and hopefully we come back and get it done. Good news, and I got 2 other stories we got to get to.
Okay.
All right, taking a break. News this morning being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway, 575-631-5099. Call for more information. Big summer showdown going on at the Hobbs Airfield Speedway. Car and truck show. Best lifted truck, best lowered truck, street car, best side-by-side, lowrider classic cars, and the list goes on and on and on. That's coming up Saturday, June 15th, Hobbs Airfield Speedway. If you need more information, this information is up on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, Hobbs Airfield Speedway. We're coming right back. We're Beyond the Breakfast Club, W105.
Call now. Thank you for calling.
Benny's Western Store in Artesia and Carlsbad presents 105. This is the Cash Blowout Contest on W105.
Call now. Call now.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There could be a verdict anytime, or it could take a while. At the president's son, Hunter Biden's federal gun trial, jurors are deliberating for a second day yesterday for only about an hour after closing arguments.
Prosecutors recap text messages, testimony from Hunter's exes, and the gun store employee who sold him the firearm, even passages from Hunter's audiobook. The defense acknowledges Hunter dealt with the drug addiction from 2015 to 2019. Lead attorney Abby Lowell maintains Hunter was not a drug user when he bought and owned that firearm. He called the prosecution's case a magic trick.
Fox's Rich Edson outside the courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says it's up to Hamas to accept or reject a proposal for a ceasefire with Israel, including the release of hostages.
All of the hostages, but especially our 8 American families who have loved ones in Gaza, we are determined to bring them home.
America's listening to Fox News.
Drilling Brake Auto Repair LLC is a professional auto repair shop offering high-quality automotive maintenance and repairs in Carlsbad. They specialize in diesel and gas mechanical services, auto and AC repair, tune-ups, brake replacement, diagnostics, and more. They have many years of experience in this industry, and they have a team of highly skilled mechanics that can get the job done right the first time. Give them a call at 575-725-8882 or find them on the web at carlsbadautomechanic.com for Drilling Brake Auto Repair.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
This is Davis Smith, the Gorilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Did you know the Spencer Theater is a nonprofit organization? And our biggest fundraiser of the year, the Taste of the Spencer, is just around the corner. Join us for dinner and a fundraising auction led by Texas State champion auctioneer Clay Golden on June 15th on the Spencer stage. For tickets, call the box office at 575-336-4800 or online at spencertheater.com.
Father's Day is June 16th. Shop the Working Guys store and save during our Father's Day sale. Now through June 16th, Dad would love a new pair of Oakleys. And right now, they're 10% off. Get up to 20% off select Cinch shirts and jeans. And select FR shirts from Trollco, Timberland, and Bulwark. 20% off. Why pay more? Shop the Father's Day sale now through June 16th at the Working Guys store. Open 7 days a week at 109 East Broadway.
Mid-year clearance now at National Furniture Liquidators, including famous names like Ashley Furniture, Benchcraft, Simmons, and more. Ashley Bolenberg bedroom, 5-piece set just $13.88. A dining table, 4 chairs, and bench just $3.97. Reclining sectional just $9.97, or an Ashley sofa and love seat just $6.88 pieces. Plus much more and great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
It's already time for Lovington's annual 4th of July Festival Party in the Park. The City of Lovington and the Lovington Chamber of Commerce are excited to bring you this all-day free event. Grab your lawn chairs and come to the Chaparral Park to enjoy food, music, many kinds of vendors, and jumpers for the kids. Yearly favorites like the fishing derby and lizard races, as well as a car show, a mud run, and foam and water zone. The event will conclude with a fireworks show over the lake at sundown. To become a vendor, sponsor, or to participate in the Party in the Park car show, please contact the Lovington Chamber. Ad paid by Lee County and Lovington Lodgers Tax.
Be in the Breakfast Club, harassing the world courtesy of a bad childhood.
Take the children and get them out of here.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to Be in the Breakfast Club.
What I say is what I say.
9:15, we are beyond the Breakfast Club. Continue to listen throughout the day for your chance to qualify for the cash. We'll give you opportunity. No verdict yet. Still waiting.
Right.
We'll let you know as soon as that comes down. A man named Optimus Prime caught driving a stolen car in Texas. Man, I am like, but that,
how was he able to get that legal name?
I don't know. Yeah.
That just doesn't seem possible.
By the way, he stole a car, charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle, and driving the vehicle on Congress Avenue when it was reported stolen.
In Austin.
In Austin, yes.
Wow. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe next he'll star in one of those Michael Bay movies.
They'll have to drop the bass in slow motion.
Yeah. I will say this much. Dogs are much more loyal than cats.
Yes.
Dogs will go to the ends of the earth for you. Like the loyal canine recently saved the owner's life running, they say 4 miles.
Oh, I saw that. That's with the crash, wasn't it?
Yeah, from a horrific crash in Oregon. Facebook post published June 3rd. Baker County Sheriff's Office said its deputies learned the crash Monday morning, learned about the crash. Vehicle went over embankment at U.S. Forest Road 39. And they reported, that the dog is the one that saved this guy's life.
Right.
Nearly 4 miles to their camp.
Wow.
Dog traveled almost 4 miles to get help. And once it got there, how does it communicate?
Well, I think it just acts crazy till the people try and say, what's going on? And then the dog runs back that way, and they kind of follow it back.
It kind of acts like some of these protesters. Huh? Okay. Acts crazy until, okay.
Well, runs in circles and really gets their attention. And
Exactly. Yeah, point taken. 9:17, Belgium's anti-Trump prime minister resigns after suffering a right-wing election victory. This guy hates Donald Trump, and he lost.
In another country. Yeah. Well, what I think is funny is some of these reports are saying these MAGA crowds have ousted these folks. And I'm thinking, no, that's because you don't even know what MAGA means. It means Make America Great
Just
Again.
Hunter Biden, well, I thought it came down. Hunter Biden faces up to 25 years.
I keep hitting the refresh button on it. No.
Yeah. You scared me there. I thought they had sentenced him 25 years.
Wow. No, it's faces a maximum of 25.
He ain't going to see a day in prison, boys. You know it. Unfortunately.
We'll see. And if he does, he's going to white collar.
Absolutely.
Right.
Going to white collar.
Country club.
But it'll be really interesting. And Tom says that they're going to come back. He has $20 that their verdict is innocent.
When I said
and I said that I will definitely take that bet.
B, you're going to take that bet?
I think they'll find him guilty, but it'll be a probation. I mean, how could they find him innocent?
They can't.
This information,
that's not a possibility.
They laid this at there. It's impossible to find him innocent.
Yeah, that's not even one of the possible outcomes.
No.
They're going to quit him, boys. I'm just telling you.
He's going to get probation.
You got $20 that said that he would be found innocent.
That sounds more plausible.
Acquittal.
They find him guilty, but give him probation.
That's what I'm thinking is probably going to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think the majority of our texters agree with us.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. And is that okay? I don't think it is. In light of everything they've done to Donald Trump, I just don't. I don't see it. Will the old man help him out here?
You know he is.
Well,
I mean, Joe Biden has helped his son out every step of the way.
Well, and there was a story earlier, and it's probably dropped down, but that said that the president says that he will not pardon him if the guilty comes down.
Now, he was found guilty on all charges. They making a false statement, count one, making a false statement on a form to buy a gun, that's count two.
No,
4 charges. Count 3, possession of a gun by a prohibited person, and count 4 was if they would flip the screen. Go ahead, flip it. I'm waiting on you.
Right.
So he's found guilty on 4 charges.
It says he's guilty?
He's guilty, B? I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's what it says. So there could face prison time, but he was found guilty on all charges, all 4 charges.
I'm trust you on that, but I don't see it yet.
It's right there on the top of the screen.
A Fox?
And I see people leaving the courthouse now up on the screen. News reporters running out of the courtroom.
Found guilty on all accounts. Yep. Now there it is.
Counts. I think it's 3 counts. I think I'm wrong about 4. So 3.
Well,
there's
the jury
1.
did its duty then, didn't
2.
$20, Tom.
Guilty, Tom. You got $20 in your wallet?
Not really, but it's fun to bet.
Well,
anyway.
I mean, you made the bet.
No, it's not fun to bet anyway. $20.
You owe him $20. Pay him up.
And we just got paid, so I know you got it.
I'm going on vacation.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You made the bet.
I didn't ask you to bet. You made the bet.
So
didn't I say he was going to be guilty?
All 3 counts.
No, you didn't.
No. You made the bet.
I was
this
confused.
Is what you always do. Oh, here comes mommy Joe Biden running into the courtroom.
Is it really? Wow.
So
they
he's
escort
found
him to jail or what?
All 3 counts.
No, there'll be a
And
sentencing
you have
later.
to remember, this was predominantly an all-black jury that was hearing this case. And I thought that, and many of them had known people that had suffered from drug addiction. I think 2 of them were drug addicts themselves or had addiction problems in the past.
Well, and the whole thing with this, remember that they put Jill Biden in that courtroom to try to intimidate the jury.
Right.
So, found guilty on all counts. Thomas, $20.
Tom, you got money on you?
Not really.
But it doesn't matter, not really. Don't make a bet if you can't. How old are you, like 12? Don't make a bet unless you can pay up.
The bet was just funsies.
No, it wasn't. You said $20.
No. And see, you've done this to me 100 times.
I have not.
You've done this to me 100 times.
I
We
never
bet on
said
football
for
games
funsies.
and then you don't pay up.
This funsies bet.
No, it wasn't.
It's
No,
against
it's
the
not
FCC
funsies.
to be betting
You don't
on the
say
radio.
I'll bet you $20 if it's a funsy bet.
It was a funsie bet.
Kevin
First
is correct.
Of all, I don't even use the word funsy.
Tom owes me $20.
He owes you $20. Yeah, he owes you $20. So, guilty on all charges. Now, who decides on the sentencing?
The judge. It'll come back and the
that's
judge
where
will
it gets
sentence.
iffy. That's where I think America is tired of this two-tier justice system.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking they were sending a message
Hopefully.
back to Joe Biden right here.
Hopefully.
First of all, African Americans aren't African Americans of the past. They're not following this Democratic Party off the ledge.
No.
So Joe Biden just ran into the courthouse. Evidently, she had left.
Mm-hmm.
She is back in the courthouse now after they announced the verdict.
Hmm.
Of course, no cameras allowed inside the courthouse.
Right. Which I understand. I understand that. That's a secret. That she is the wife of the president, and that's a Secret Service thing.
Right.
And so I get that.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting sentencing time.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
And I'm kind of with you, Kevin. I think they're going to give him probation.
I think they're going to give him probation.
Now, here's the question. If he's on probation, and I don't know the answer to this, somebody can help us. If he's on probation and his other trial starts and he's found guilty, is that a probation violation?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think so because that trial was already coming up.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question. So
I think he would have to violate the probation, and I don't think that will be held against him.
Okay.
So, did you guys see the Jacksonville Beach, Florida story? The guy had a very small lot. I mean, everybody wants to live close to the beach. Sometimes they give you lemons, sometimes you make lemonade out of it. But Jacksonville Beach, this guy owned property, a very small, narrow lot,
like
10 foot wide, 1,547 acres. So he put a tiny home there, and it looks like what we call in Louisiana a shotgun house.
Right.
It's very long, very, very long. And they called it shotgun houses back in the day because if you fired a shotgun in there, you kill everybody in the house.
Yeah, it goes all the way.
Because it was very long but very narrow. So he built the house, very narrow house. Remember, it's on a 10-foot wide lot. And he built the house, the 1,547-foot square foot tiny home. That's
1,500 square feet is not tiny.
No, and but it's very narrow.
Right.
And if you look at the picture, look up the story. It's crazy.
Is it like 5 feet wide?
Yeah. It's about 9.5 feet wide.
Okay.
So, anyway, it's up for sale now, $619,000.
You got beachfront.
They give you lemons, you turn it into lemonade. By the way, some of his neighbors wanted to buy that little section of land. He turned them down.
Well,
now he's making bank.
Yeah.
Supposedly the house is beautiful inside, just kind of small. Well, kind of narrow. Let's put it that way.
Right.
All right, so the Biden family in court will figure out what's going to happen. We'll see if so will they do Senate? Sentencing will come at a later date.
Yeah, they'll schedule it. That's what they'll do is they'll schedule the sentencing to come later.
I am surprised that Hunter Biden has not come out of the courtroom yet.
They're going to
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, well, there's
paperwork.
They're in there and they're settling when they're going to schedule the hearing for the sentencing and that kind of stuff. They have to go over all the lawyer schedules and everything.
Guilty on 3 counts. Total surprise. Tomos, Blake, $20. You pay up, you welcher.
I ain't no welcher.
Look up the definition of welcher.
What's that mean, Rick?
It probably has your picture right on it.
Look it up.
I'm going to give him $20. I lost.
Well, go ahead and pay it now. Do it on air.
I don't carry cash, just plastic.
Oh.
I gotta go and
Cash App. Cash App him.
What's that called?
Cash App, PayPal.
Oh.
Any of those.
Any of those. All right, let's get to good news of the day being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes. Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Herschel Rustin Hayes, proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a young man in West Virginia made it to the local paper when news came out that he had graduated from high school with a perfect K-12 attendance record. Wyatt Chestnut graduated from Riverside High School this year with an attendance that read 100% and a GPA that read 4.2, both of which he credits to his parents and their encouragement. And a beautiful white stork was spotted recently flying over English County of Cheshire. And not only would no one alive today be able to remember the last time that happened, but none of their grandparents would either, or their grandparents, because white storks have been extinct in England for about 600 years. And that's about since the time that Martin Luther nailed his document of reform to the church wall. But they've been back and are breeding for several years, thanks to efforts to reintroduce them from other populations. The Warsaw Zoo in Poland donated the birds to the White Stork Project of South England, and they've been rescued following accidents on the roads or with power lines. And finally, in an elaborate announcement video, Jill Biden, who just rushed back into the courtroom, broke the news that she's expecting the return of giant pandas to the National Zoo. Now, this is following a prolonged period of diplomatic tensions with China, but one zoo in the country was pandaless. And after signing a new 10-year lease agreement with the purpose of scientific research, improving relations, and delighting visitors, D.C. is set to have a new pair of pandas by the end of the year. I'll let you form your own judgment on that, but we'll call that part of the good news, and that is the good news of the day.
Being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out today. Well, it made my day today. I still believe in justice. Maybe. We'll wait for the sentencing.
We'll see what he gets.
And Tom lost $20.
I'll get it. I'll hand it to him on the air tomorrow morning.
We will wait.
Okay.
Yeah, because
I gotta go get it
Blake,
at the ATM.
please don't let him forget, because he will.
and texters, be sure and text in about it.
Yeah, please do that. All right, let's get updated with news. We'll keep you updated throughout the day on what is going on. Tradio is up next. News being brought to you by Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. 575-631-1999. Enrique Rocha, he's our go-to guy when it comes to our air conditioners. He can take care of yours. 575-631-1999. Call him today. We're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow for a Wednesday hump day on W105.
News brought to you by